Their presence coming up on them. They enter the last turn.
And Ryan Wilson coming down the home stretch, takes one more look. He's going to take it. The D3 record holder is now the D3 mile champion. Oh, 4:02, a new championship record.
4:02, and I think he had something left.
The top four all under the last championship record.
Wow, what a race, everybody. It lived up to expectations there. Ryan Wilson backing up that indoor record with a national championship.
Wow, what a mile race. Insane. 4 under the championship record. And this is how we get things started here on day 2, championship Saturday. Wow.
Man, just the reflection of the depth we've seen in Division III this year, especially on the men's side, as we saw, 13 or 14 national records.
16 in total.
16 in total go down over the course of the year. I mean, if you would have told me that 4th place would have to break the championship record to get there, I would have believed it, but it's still a pretty astonishing stat.
Yeah, if you're just tuning in, 4:02.62 for Ryan Wilson out of MIT, takes home his national title, adds to the 800. You see him there with Bennett Booth Genthy. He was your runner-up out of All Orange from the Sage Hens. You can't sit down for too long. Ryan, you got a 3K to run here later this afternoon.
Yeah, one of the biggest scratches of this championship was Ryan Wilson, the 800 record holder, choosing not to compete in that event and instead double back in the 3K. 3K is going to be super interesting. We'll get to that later, not to get ahead of ourselves. We're going to turn our attention now to the women. The women's 1 mile run. They're on the track getting some final strides in.
Yeah, they are ready to live up to those expectations and bring the fire as well. 10 women going to toe this line here in the final, and we're going to see some fireworks here. Will we see a new national champion on the women's side? We will, because the last year's champion has moved on, and all of these women now will have an opportunity to claim stake for their first national title.
Always nice to crown a new champion. Stu, what were the main storylines coming out of those 2 women's prelims yesterday?
Yeah, we saw some interesting tactics yesterday. It was kind of like testing out what works, what will move yourself away from the field. Should you go out hard? Should you sit back? A lot of yo-yoing. So we'll see what kind of race this plays out. Will it be a tactical? Will someone take it from the gun and challenge everyone else to go with them? We will see.
For the most part, we haven't really seen much tactical racing at these championships so far on the distance side. It seems like these athletes are ready to go for it. Fast times are in the air, and they're taking advantage of it.
Yeah, we'll introduce you now to the final.
Heat 1 of 1.
Heat 1 of 1. That's the one final you want to be in today. Evelyn Battleson-Gunkel from Chicago. Maddie Hannon from Wisconsin La Crosse. Clara Mayfield from Carleton. Marcy Hogan from SUNY Geneseo, Anna Tucker from Hope, Molly Fitzgibbons out of Williams, Annika Urban out of Emory, Jillian Roeder of MIT, Amelia Lehman from Wisconsin Oshkosh, and Lexi Brown of Wartburg.
And if there's a favorite in this field, it's got to be Clara Mayfield.
Yeah, she came in with the top seed. She scratched the 5K to go all in on the mile 3K double, but she's going to be challenged. Anna Tucker ran well last night for Hope in the DMR. Annika Urban has run tough all year for Emory. She won the UAA 5K and 3K, has some foot speed as well, and all 3 of them will be lined up together on the top of the waterfall.
Keep an eye out for that championship record. That's 4:43.92. The national record for Division III is 4:40.53. Definitely within the capabilities of this field.
And if you're following along at home and want to know about the team battle right now, Chicago has 5 runners left. They'll have 1 in this event. Wisconsin La Crosse will have 4 runners left, and they'll have 1 in this event as well. So some team battle is at stake here, and we'll see them face off right now.
Yeah, today's really fun because we see incremental changes in the team score as we go along with every event. We'll keep you updated on that. Women's field now taking their places along the double waterfall. They're being introduced over the PA here at the Crossplex in Birmingham, Alabama. And Stu and I are very excited to bring you this race any minute now.
a championship record to start off the finals on the track. We already saw a D3 record in the women's triple jump from Victoria Kadiri out of Johns Hopkins.
Yeah, there was some action going on earlier in the day, a lot of action actually, and we'll just kind of update you on that as we go along, fill in some of the blanks if you missed that morning session.
As now the women's final begins. Here we go.
And we're off now. Is it going to be tactical? Is it going to be fast? We'll find out in maybe 100 meters as they kind of break through the waterfall, and we'll get a clear picture of what's going on here.
Judging the leg speed from the top waterfall of Clara Mayfield, Annika Urban, and Anna Tucker, seems to be going pretty quick. Clara looks like she's going to take things out. We'll see when they come across here, though.
Yeah, you think it would behoove Mayfield to just make it honest from the gun, and that looks like what we're going to see. Just as we saw in the men's race, we've got a leading trio out here.
35, that first 200. The three women we mentioned to keep an eye on here in the final go straight to the front, and Clara Mayfield is not messing around. She's going to go for it here with Annika Urban and Anna Tucker right behind them.
Yeah, Urban and Tucker have a decision to make. It looks like they've made it. Hopefully we see this trio stay intact as long as possible so we get an exciting race at the finish. But Mayfield is going to fight this fight up front. She's got a couple strides, but she's not stretching it too much yet.
And this is what we talked about yesterday with how the tactics were in this race, you know, when they went after it out 70. But you got to commit to the move you make. You don't want the backpack to come back to you at all. You want to stay within who you're competing against. So if this is the move, you stay on it, you stay confident in yourself and believe that the train that has gotten you here will continue to move you through this race.
This is about winning. It's not about records, but they are on pace for that championship record as Mayfield continues to lead the leading trio unchanged. We've got a fall in the back, a huge fall in the back.
Oh, no.
I saw 3 athletes go down in that chasing pack.
You hate to see that on a championship Saturday, and one is still down.
We'll try to get a view on who that is, but we're going to stay in the race here as Mayfield continues to lead Urban and Tucker into that far turn. That far turn is where the collision happened.
Yeah, it was Evelyn Battleson-Gunkel out of U Chicago, as now the trio are a little bit closer together here as they come down the home stretch with 4 laps to go, 800 meters, neck and neck. Mayfield continues to lead with Urban right on her right shoulder, and Anna Tucker is hanging in right in the back of the two of them as Urban now comes right behind Mayfield.
We were 2:22 through the 800 there, 2:22.
That's 4:44 pace, just a little bit off of the D3 championship record. A little bit of a negative split here. Could see another championship record go down.
Yeah, I imagine we'll see a windup here. One of these athletes is going to have to make a move soon. They come through the K now, and Urban is kind of inching up on the shoulder, maybe sensing a little bit of impatience here.
Yeah, you can kind of tell she wants to go, but maybe it's a little too early for her as she goes even now on Clara's shoulder. But Clara Mayfield has a little bit of a surge there to hold her off.
We have Hogan from Geneseo leading that chasing pack. There's a group of 4 behind that leading trio, and then a group of 2 behind them. Both groups have a pretty big gap, and now we have a new leader as Annika Urban takes the lead. She's got maybe a stride on the chasing duo.
Annika Urban extending the lead now as Anna Tucker moves into second. 2 laps to go for Annika Urban.
Yeah, interesting to see Mayfield cede 2 places there, but we have a huge gap opening up as Urban is running away from this duo right now.
Wow.
Tucker giving chase, but Mayfield doesn't look like she has a response right now.
Annika Urban has run strong all year in the distance events, in the 5K, in the 3K, in the mile. She scratched the 5K to go all in on this mile 3K double, and it looks like it's paying off. 1 lap to her first D3 individual title, bell lap 4:08.
She hears the bell with about a 20-meter lead over Tucker. Mayfield in that 3rd spot, and then there's a trio behind them. Lexi Brown leads that trio. They're closing hard as well, but this is the Annika Urban show.
Annika Urban was 266th in the 2019 cross-country national championships. She trained hard, working with her coach, and she is going to be your women's mile champion. Annika Urban going for the championship record. Will she get it? Maybe she does. A championship record for Annika Urban.
Yeah, we'll get an official time on that. We're seeing 4:43.17. Previous record 4:43.92. What a run, what a close.
From 266th in cross country to first in the mile, Annika Urban has a wonderful D3 story, one that you don't see often as she exchanges with her coach over there. Pure jubilation for Annika Urban.
Yeah, we'll run you through the entire field here. Annika Urban obviously is your champion. Anastasia Tucker from Hope is going to take that second spot. Clara Mayfield, the pre-race favorite, notches in third. She ran 4:51.09, still blazing fast. Wartburg's Lexi Brown takes fourth. Fifth is going to be Jillian Roeder. Sixth, Marcy Hogan. Seventh, Maddie Hannon. And your final All-American position is going to be Amelia Lehman.
Yeah, wow, what a race. Plenty of moves, and we talked about it a little bit earlier with Annika Urban making her move and sticking with it. She didn't let up, stayed committed to it, and takes home a national title.
That winning margin is shocking, considering that trio ran together through halfway, and then Urban just split it wide open. We're going to step away, and when we come back, we'll have the men's 400-meter final on the track. We're at the Crossplex in Birmingham, Alabama, and we will see you soon.
Carlton. They want to get you guys to awards right away. Yeah, no, but they also want you at awards. You can do cool down stuff over there.
And welcome back to the NCAA Division III Men's and Women's National Championships here in Birmingham, Alabama at the Crossplex. We're going to give you an update on a field event that is final. We saw the women's triple jump earlier today, and we saw a new championship record, Stu.
Not only a championship record, but we saw a D3 record as well. Overall, this is the furthest jump in women's triple jump history in Division III. 13.18 meters for Victoria Kadiri of Johns Hopkins. She already won the long jump competition yesterday, and she bettered the old record by 0.4. The old record was 12.71.
Yeah, an absolutely enormous jump for Kadiri, who is becoming a familiar name to the audience here. The rest of that top three we have on your screen there. Opata from Wash U jumping 12.44 meters, and Grace Alley jumping 12.25 meters from Loris. But this was really all about Victoria Kadiri cementing herself as the best to ever do it in Division III.
Yeah, Eben Opata out of Wash U, she was able to break the season best from this year as well. So she beat her seed mark, and she beat the #1 seed of Division III this season.
Yeah, top four in this event, all setting personal bests. That's what it takes at the D3 National Championship. You better be on it. So that's a recap of the women's triple jump. Next event on the track, we're going to see the men's 400-meter final. You see them taking a couple strides here. This event is going to be run in two different sections. These sections are on paper evenly matched. There's not a fast and a slow section. Stu, who do we have lining up here in Heat 1 of the men's 400 final?
Yeah, in Heat 1, in Lane 3, we have Tyrell Pierce out of Knox, Jared Storm from Mount Union, Shek Triori of Ramapo, and Bashir Al-Ramahi from John Carroll. Yeah, as you mentioned, they're going to be split up here into two heats. You know, hopefully they're evenly seated, you know, depending on where they were yesterday in their prelims. The one to look for, though, is Shek Triori.
We saw the field there just all congratulating each other for getting here. Everybody sharing a handshake as they head back to their individual blocks. Traore is kind of the name to watch here. He comes in as your top seed, looking to finally get himself a championship.
Yeah, he's been runner-up twice before in the outdoor season. He was runner-up in the 400, he was runner-up in the 200, and he now owns both indoor and outdoor, second all-time in Division III history, running 21-17 yesterday, setting a championship record in that 200. But this is his race. He wants the 400. He set the D3 record in the 300-meter earlier this season in December, but he has some tough competition in this heat. Look for Jared Storm out of Mount Union. He'll be one lane to Sheck's left in lane 4. He was 7th outdoors, part of that 4x4 outdoor champion team. But this is his first indoor. This is his first individual final. So he's got some at stake here, as this is his first time being able to potentially be in this final indoors. So hoping to match or do better than 7th from outdoors last year.
From John Carroll, Bashir Al-Ramahi had a really impressive prelim. He took it out really hard yesterday, faded a little bit at the end, but he did enough to make it into this final. His regular season was really impressive. He won 75% of the open fours that he ran, so he's used to winning. He gets another shot here.
And Tyrell Pierce out of Knox, he was 10th outdoors, so 2 positions away from being an All-American. Now, as long as he finishes, he'll be an indoor All-American. He also qualified in the last chance at Wartburg, so it's great to see him get in on the last day and now have a shot at being an All-American.
These guys will put the mark on the board, and then we'll see Heat 2. They'll know what it takes to win a national championship. That's an advantage that they'll have in that second heat. But once again, the draws for these heats are not fast and slow. It's as evenly seeded as we could make it. Well, Stu and I didn't do it, but as they could make it.
Yeah, so in this first heat here, you got to get out hard, get to the break as fast as you can. Make sure you have that pole position on the inside, so that way you don't have to go around anyone on the outside. And then you got to wait. And that may be the worst, longest 40-something seconds of your life. Wait to see where you'll fall. But we'll try not to claim a winner there in Heat 2 until we really know, but we'll see.
And they're set to get going in just a couple minutes here. We are on schedule here at the Crossplex in Birmingham, Alabama.
In 7-foot Williams, 47.26, that's an 8 wins. 6th place in Lawrence, senior, Wayne Kelly, 4.6.
To give you an idea of the championship record, it's 46-42. Could be a tough task for these guys, but hey, I don't want to count anything out. We just saw 2 championship records back-to-back.
Yeah, so far, I mean, from what we know, it's going to take a championship record to win every event here.
Can we go 3 for 3?
We'll keep an eye on those championship records count. 46-42 is an absolutely blazing time, but definitely within the capability of a few of these athletes in the field.
And this is probably the worst part of their day. They get put on the track a little too early as Tyrell Pierce takes his final preparations. Rocking the split shorts just like Sheck Traore as well.
Yeah, we really have we have half tights, full tights, shorts, and shorts with tights under them.
We have every combination possible except for short shorts over long tights.
Maybe we'll see that in Heat 2. I hope not.
I love watching the officials. They're just standing there, not nervous at all, just waiting for the time to be correct for them to get going. As it's right on schedule here. My Garmin, not an ad, is now says 3:25, and they take their blocks.
Yep, we're staying on schedule. This race set to go off at 3:25 local time in Birmingham, Alabama. We'll bring the women's to at 3:35 local time, but all eyes to the track as Heat 1 of the men's 400-meter final takes to their blocks. And we're up. This first lap is all about establishing position.
Oh my, Sheck is out.
Wow, Sheck has made up the stagger before that turn was even over.
Let's see what he has in this heat right now as things come even as they come off the break. Who will get to the finish line first to get the last lap in the lead? It will be Sheck.
Sheck just barely gets that pole position, the all-important pole position, heading into the second lap, and he looks really good right now with that long loping stride. He gets a meter, he gets 2 meters, he gets 3.
He continues to press here, and now the eyes will turn to the clock. Sheck Traore coming down the straightaway, hoping to have a shot at a national title. Holy 46.86.
Wow, we'll see the official time, 46.85.
Wow.
Just about 0.43 away from that championship record. Traore comes out here and makes an absolute statement in Heat 1. The bar is raised. Heat 2 knows exactly what they have to do, but that was the Traore show. An amazing first turn. I was a little worried that he'd gotten out a little bit too hot, but he had another gear there with 100 to go.
And now he moves into second all-time indoors in the 400. He joins none other than Andrew Rock as the only 2 men in D3 history to go under 47 seconds. Wow.
And Andrew Rock went on to win an Olympic gold medal, so that's pretty elite company to be in, Stu.
Folks at home, you may have to stand up for the rest of this. I don't know how you can be seated for this. We are in for a treat today, and we're not even halfway over. Not even halfway over with this event.
Yeah, absolutely insane. I'm kind of taking a look on the infield here to see where those guys ended up because they're going to want to watch this next heat. We have 4 athletes on the track now for Section 2. We'll give them a second to shake their legs out, and then we'll introduce you.
On the screen now you see Matt Cruz out of Loris. He'll be in lane 4. Just below him from Widner will be Samuel Knowles. In lane 5, looking for redemption after the 4x4 dropped their baton. That was Rowan Amaracante. Will have a chip on his shoulder. He'll represent that 4x4. He'll represent Rowan. And up in lane 6 will be Matt McBride out of Mount Union. He just saw what Jared Storm, his teammate, did. And he knows the time he has to beat. As a reminder, Matt McBride, 500-meter national best, 600-meter national best. You can call it a record, you can call it the best, what have you, but he's the fastest man over 500 and 600 meters of all time.
And Stu, he even ran an 800 this season, clocking 156, which I thought was a pretty interesting stat from the 400-meter man. He's got All-American experience. He was 4th in this event outdoors. He was 6th place at the JDL Fast Track last year.
And was on that 4x4 outdoors that won.
They pull him up. Once again, this is the second section. We are racing the time thrown down by Sheck Traore in the first section.
On your marks.
46.85, the time to watch.
We're away. Section 2 of the men's 400-meter final. Conti making up that stagger on the outside pretty quickly. He's in yellow.
But Knowles is doing the same on the inside. We'll see here as they get to the break. 46.85, the time to beat. It's going to be close, but Amara Conte and Knowles go to the finish line with Conte in the lead. Here we go, folks. Final lap, Amara Conte, Knowles.
Knowles takes it on the shoulder, heading into that last turn. Conti not giving up the ground. They're shoulder to shoulder as we enter the home stretch. Conti looks to be pulling away. 46.85, the time to beat.
He's not going to do it. 47 for Shek Traore, your 400-meter national champion, as Amara Kante moves into runner-up, 47.45. Wow, what a race in the men's 400-meter. We see the second all-time. We see Amara Kante make up for Rowan, dropping that baton in the 4x4, brings home a runner-up performance.
What an amazing performance by Shek Traore, your national champion in the men's 400. Stu, do you see him? I'm kind of looking around the infields for him. He was in that heat, in that first heat, threw down an amazing time, and looks like he may have gotten out of here.
Well, he's got the 200-meter later on, so maybe he's getting, oh, there he is. Great job by our camera crew. He's getting rested up, congratulating his competition. He knows his day's not done. He's got a 200-meter up in the afternoon, but now, after being a runner-up twice outdoors, he finally gets his national title.
Traore finally gets that title. He ran such an inspired race. He was first to the break, narrowly first to the break after that first lap. Wasn't sure he had what it took, but then he kicked it in that last 100, got a 3-meter gap, and wins your national championship. All right, we have to move on.
How fun is it to watch him run, though? That stride is incredible.
The stride is amazing. He was just absolutely eating up that track. We have now crowned another national champion in a near championship record, super inspired run, number 2 all-time behind Olympic gold medalist Andrew Rock, as we now turn our attention to the women's field, also being run in a 2-part final. They take to the track here. We've got about 4 or 5 minutes before they're scheduled to take off.
On the screen now, Samantha Shea, St. John Fisher, Madison Miles, Mount Union, one of 4 Mount Union 400 runners across the men's and women's 400-meter event. Susan Bainsbach out of Rochester will be in lane 5. Natalie Sawyer from Buffalo State will be up in lane 6. Samantha Shea was 17th here last year. Madison Miles was 6th outdoors. Susan Bainsbach was 5th last year and 4th outdoors. And the SUNYAC champ, the true freshman, Nat Sawyer, making her D3 final debut.
2 athletes here with national experience. Really cool to see Samantha Shea make the final after going out in the prelims last year. She's definitely making a statement, returning All-American. And Susan Bainsbach, who just gets announced over the stadium PA here.
Championship record, 54.28. We have to say it, just given what we've seen so far.
Yeah, we'd be doing you guys a disservice if we ignore the championship records. They hear instructions from the judge to take to their blocks, and we'll quiet down for the start. Looking forward to bringing you this women's 400-meter final. This is Heat 1.
Set.
And we're off. Heat 1. And Bainsbach make up the stagger on Sawyer early on in this first heat. But here comes Madison Miles and Samantha Shea doing some work there as well. We'll see here at the break.
Pretty evenly matched at the break as they cut into lane 1.
Who's going to get it? And it's going to be Bainsbach with the bell, taking the lead, putting herself in position here to come away with the top time in this heat, and then she'll have to wait and see what happens in Heat 2.
Madison Miles giving chase here. Everyone's still pretty evenly matched. Bainsbach tries to pull away, but doesn't quite. She maybe has a stride on the field.
But here comes Sawyer on the outside, Shea on the inside. But Bainsbach looks to take things here in Heat 1, but what can Sawyer do?
Sawyer's closing hard. She might get close. It's going to be Bainsbach taking the first section, 55.7 the flash time. We'll get you an official time. 55.68 is the bar laid down by Susan Bainsbach in Heat 1. Whew.
55-68.
Once again, we see the winner of Heat 1 pretty much going wire to wire from that cut-in. So important to finish the first lap in the lead. Leaves a lot of work for your opponents.
That's her seed time coming in.
Really inspired effort there from Nat Sawyer. She looked really good closing down. I think if she had a little more room, it would have been a lot closer.
So now you know the time to watch. 55-68. And we bring to the track a loaded second heat. All these heats are loaded, but...
Yeah, all these heats are loaded, and once again, there's not a fast and slow heat. These are as even as the seats could be made after the prelim. As they take their strides, we'll introduce you to the field, and then we'll run through their accomplishments. This second section has some absolute firepower. Maybe on paper, the better section. Kennedy Waite is going to be in lane 3. Lauren Phillips from Johns Hopkins is going to be in lane 4. Grace Devaney from Wesleyan is going to be in lane 5. And Alyssa Fadenhauer from Loris, the sophomore, big name to watch, is going to be in lane 6.
Kennedy Waite already finished 4th today in the 60. She has the 400, the 200, and the 4x4 later. Devaney 8th all-time in this event.
We were a little worried by that brace on Fadenhauer's leg. She was not wearing that in the prelim. But we did see her run in the DMR, and she looked really good.
As Devaney takes to her blocks now. $55-68, the time to beat. And they're off in Heat 2 of the women's 400. And the inside lane, Kennedy Waite is out. Making up the stagger already. She has a loaded day. What can she do for Mount Union?
Waite's going to make it first to that pole position. Well,
Oh,
maybe
here
I
comes
spoke too
Devaney.
soon. Devaney's racing her to the line, and she gets the pole position heading into the bell lap. Fadenhauer has some work to do back and forth. She's in lane 2.
Grace Devaney, number 8 all-time, the 500 D3 national best record holder, however you want to call it, takes the lead with 100 meters to go from Wesleyan. She extends her lead down the backstretch. What can Lauren Phillips do? Can she pass Kennedy Waite? Can she get Grace Devaney? She won't. It's going to be Grace Devaney. Look at the clock.
Devaney wins the national championship.
Wow.
54.96 looks to be the official time. 55.68 was the winning time from Heat 1. Grace Devaney is your national champion from Wesleyan.
Wow, and that is the best time in D3 this season. What a race for Grace Devaney. It looked like she wasn't going to get to the pole position, but she does. And that's going to move her to 5th all-time indoors.
5th all-time indoors. Grace Devaney of Wesleyan, your national champion. Lauren Phillips, also from that heat, and Johns Hopkins is going to finish 2nd. Kennedy Waite is going to finish 3rd from Mount Union. Susan Bainsbach, the winner of Heat 1, is going to finish 4th overall from Rochester. Nat Sawyer, Buffalo State, she's going to be 5th. Fadenhauer from Loris is going to be 6th. Madison Miles, 7th. And Samantha Shea from St. John Fisher is going to be that final 8th spot, also an All-American.
Wow, what a race for Grace Devaney. Has a national record. Now you add a national title to it, her first one, as we move over now to the triple jump. Here are the last two jumps. Last two jumps in this competition. We'll bring it to you live. Right now, it's Cole Goodman out of Rochester. He's currently in 2nd. Boom. You gotta love to see that. He's currently second overall right now off of his first jump of 15.04 meters. Currently leading this competition is Jonathan Wilburn from Wisconsin Oshkosh and Jenai Roberts from Virginia Wesleyan in third. Gotta get the sand out of your glasses.
Gotta clean off the glasses here as we wait for the official reading. The mark. Is that 14.86 for that jump? Yeah, 14.86. That'll keep him in second place.
And here's the current leader.
Jonathan Wilburn of Oshkosh makes his approach. Oh, he loves that jump. He loves that jump. We'll wait and get you an official reading on that.
You can tell when a field athlete has a good one with their reaction.
Yeah, they know before they even measure it out.
And this is big for Oshkosh, having him with potentially 10 points here if he continues as they go into one more round. He does extend his lead there by 2 inches, 5 centimeters for those liking the metric system more. 15.23 for Wilburn.
Yeah, he loved that jump immediately. Definitely backed up by the reading there. So 15.23, the current mark from your leader, Wilburn. The second place jump at this point is going to be 15.04 from Goodman.
Now on the runway,
Dontre Senegal from McMurray.
And this is their 6th and final jump of the competition for these gentlemen.
We get a foul there, I think. Now we have Sheldon Garrett II from Wisconsin Whitewater. His last mark was 14.63. Looks like he's currently sitting in 5th place. Excuse me, his last legal mark was 14.85.
The triple jump is so technical with their 3 phases, which separates them from just the general long jump.
They cover so much distance over those jumps. You kind of don't really understand it until you get on the runway and feel it for yourself. But it's absolutely incredible what these guys are doing as we continue to crown the best jumpers, throwers, sprinters, and runners here at the Crossplex in Birmingham, Alabama.
Now from Christopher Newport, we have Clarence Reeders. He's currently sitting in 8th. That last All-American position as he gets the crowd into things.
14.82 has been his best jump so far. That happened in the second round.
That's also a personal best. His day is done. Now he will finish as an All-American, as Senegal from McMurray couldn't overtake him. But Clarence Reeders will finish 8th now, unless that jump was further, and it is not. So he knows where he is going to finish. This is Siobhan Allen of Buffalo State. He actually transferred from Buffalo D1 school into Buffalo State.
He's only had 1 clean jump so far, but it was a good one at 14.83. That was back in the 3rd round.
Which is the most important round, because if you don't get a jump there, you're not moving on to the final. So here's his final attempt. He came into the competition with the first seed. So got a little work to do here on his last attempt.
He takes a huge run up. And at that, we see the red flag go up. Looks like he's going to foul again and finish these championships with only 1 legal jump. That'll keep him in 7th place. Moving right along now from Mount St. Joseph, we have Justin Dreiling. He's currently sitting in 6th place. His best jump came in the first round, 14.83. Looks like he's been landing them with the exception of the last round, which he fouled. This will be his last attempt looking to move up. And we are seeing a red flag here, so he will foul on his last attempt, keeping him in 6th place.
It's always incredible to watch these athletes and just the athleticism and technique they have to be able to hop, skip, and a jump, for lack of a better term, into the sand pit.
Definitely a pleasure to bring you guys some field action here at the D3 Indoor Championships. Always look forward to that. Up now, Maurice Sutherland. He's currently sitting in 4th place. He's representing Birmingham Southern. His best jump came on his first jump, round 1 of this competition, 14.95. Fouled his 5th attempt. This will be his final attempt. He'll look to break onto that podium position, top 3. Gets the crowd clapping.
This is his home track. He goes to school at Birmingham Southern.
Yeah, the host of this national meet.
Maybe not his home track, but at least he's part of the hosts that are here. A short trip for him as he heads on the runway.
He takes his last jump. We'll wait and get a reading on that. Looks like a clean one. And as he makes that jump, we see the 800-meter men taking their spot on the track.
I love the official just waiting there calmly to see where he lands and then placing up the flag, whether it's a clean or a foul. And here's Jenai Roberts of Virginia Wesleyan. He's currently in 3rd. He's been a runner-up in this position, in this event before. What will he do on his last attempt?
Looks like Jenai Roberts bails out on that final attempt.
And now back to the track for the men's 800-meter final. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, we've got an absolutely loaded field here, missing only the D3 record holder, but we won't talk about him anymore because we've got a great field on the track right now. Tor Hotung Davidson representing Lynchburg, Charlie Glass representing MIT, Mike Jasa representing Loris, Garrett Linners representing Nebraska Wesleyan, Hayden Deemer McKinney from Wabash, Andrew McGovern, Carnegie Mellon, Jake Shoemaker from Milliken, and Alex Ivanov also representing Carnegie Mellon. Stu, what are the storylines in this final?
Yeah, Mike Jasa, the top seed, 2021 outdoor national champion. Carnegie Mellon, though, those guys ran together here in the prelims. Tor Hotung Davidson coming back from that DMR. Oh, no.
Oh. Did you see what happened, Stu?
It looked like a false start in the 800.
They won't disqualify a false start in the field on the 8.
You hope not.
The officials are gonna talk here. We'll figure out what happened.
As they get things figured out here in the 800, we just have a new leader in the triple jump. So now Jonathan Wilburn, his final attempt, he needs to go over 15:39 in order to claim back his national title. Cole Goodman from Rochester just moved into the lead, and here goes Jonathan Wilburn for a national title. The crowd likes it.
He likes
Wilburn
it.
likes it. Let's see. It's a clean jump. What's the mark?
15:39, the mark to beat. Give it to us.
And it looks like Wilburn will take home a national title as the gun goes off in the men's 800. Chaos here, 15:56, a new personal best as the 800-meter runners are 100 meters into this 800-meter final.
We're changing gears really quick here. Eyes on Mike Jasa. Stu, you've been talking to him. Where do you think his headspace is at in this 800?
Yeah, he's really fired up. He got excited to be here in this final. You know, he got his team into the final, that 4x4, and he's ready to mix it up with Tor Hotung Davidson, as him and Davidson are now 1-2.
Yeah, Hotung Davidson looked like he really wanted to challenge for that pole position leading into this lap, but didn't quite make it. Jasa wants it. Jasa wants to be in control off the front. The field is strung out.
Jasa doesn't want to be in the pack. He wants to lead from the gun. You can tell he's a tall guy, and so he wants to make sure he has a space as they go through in about 54 seconds.
About 54 there. We saw Jasa obviously in the prelim yesterday. He also ran that 4x400. Hotung Davidson gives him about a stride, but he is still in it. Everyone's still in it.
You know, Jasa has that 2021 Outdoor National Championship. Didn't get one at all last year because of Ryan Wilson, but he is on a mission to change that and add an indoor title at the bell. Jasa is moving away from the field.
Shoemaker in third, Hotung Davidson there continuing to give chase. He hasn't ceded the victory yet, but Jasa is on a mission. He powers into that far turn.
But here comes Hayden Deemer McKinney out of Wabash. How much does he have left in this? But Mike Jasa heads down the final straightaway. He's going to add an indoor title to his resume. Mike Jasa, your men's 800-meter champion, in a new
149.3, a new championship record.
Another championship record as he points to the crowd. The Laura squad is right underneath us, and he is pointing to his family, his friends, his teammate, Mike Jasa, a national champion once again.
Incredible run there from Jasa. Also an incredible run there from Hotung Davidson of Lynchburg. He was challenging from the very beginning. He wanted the win. He'll settle for second in an inspired run. He goes 150.01, and Crawfordsville, Indiana, going crazy for Hayden Deemer McKinney, who definitely steps up in a big way to claim that third spot, Stu. That may be the surprise of that final.
Yeah, Mike Jasa running the sixth best time. But yeah, Hayden Deemer McKinney, third as a first year here. A big run for him, 150.16, a new personal best. The top 4 out of the top 5 all PR'd. Another championship record. As you see, the mutual respect for Jasa and Tor Hotung Davidson. 1-2. These guys battle. They see each other at the championships each year.
And down goes Jasa.
He is tired, but hey, you got to get back up. You have a 4x4 later on this evening, and that's big for the team battle. And we'll get you here updated right now for the men at least, and we'll move to the women. MIT currently leading through 11 events with 26 points. Carthage, this might not be updated yet, so we'll maybe wait.
We'll give it a second here.
Yeah, I'm jumping the gun here, as it's not even officially scored yet on our live results.
Yeah, we'll bring you an update on the men's team competition maybe after the women's 800 here. They're on the track here. We've got a couple minutes before they'll take to the line.
So I've lost track already. What is that, 3 championship records?
I believe that's three out of 5.
At least what we've seen. We've also seen the D3 national record in the triple jump.
Yeah, the beginning of that 800 was awesome because we were seeing an absolute battle at the end of the triple jump there too. It was really cool to be able to bring you guys that on the live stream and then cut back into the 800. Just nonstop action here at the Crossplex in Birmingham.
That's what you're going to get. You're going to go from a final jump of the entire competition to win the triple jump onto the track for a D3 championship record in the 800. And now we have another opportunity for a great race here with the women's 800-meter final as well.
As they take to the line, we've got a field of 8, so everybody here is going to be an All-American, but what order will they finish? We have Madigan from Wisconsin, Oshkosh, Julia Howarth of MIT, Afa Dunn from Wash U, Hannah Nylon from Tufts, Rose Tesler from Swarthmore, Ellie Rising from George Fox, Emma Kelly, Wash U, Hope Murphy from Baldwin Wallace.
Yeah, look for Aoife Dunn from Wash U. She was that anchor for them last night and ran a strong mile to get them that victory. It was great to see her, contend after being in that prelim, and she really made up the ground and was able to overcome Sue Geneseo and a hard-charging Maddie Kelly from East Chicago to give the Bears a win. So Aoife Dunn is someone to watch, but you know who else you should watch? Her teammate Maddie Kelly as she comes in as the top seed.
It took 2:12.28 to make this final. As Stu mentioned, Emma Kelly from Wash U, the top seed in 2:08.78.
She had to contend with Esther Seelan last year. She finished runner-up in the outdoors. Is this her time?
Kelly, the only athlete to go under 2:10 in the prelims, looking very smooth doing so.
So the D3 all-time fastest time is from Emily Richards, running 2:05.28. Shout out Emily Richards, the championship record, just a few tenths slower than that at 2:05.75 from Esther Seelan last year. And we'll see what Wash U does. They are both up in the top of the waterfall. Will any team tactics be at play here as you see the bottom of the waterfall?
You brought up Emily Richards. Speaking of her, she's a member of our broadcast team. If you want more Division III content, up-to-date results and storylines, you can check out D3 Glory Days on Twitter and Instagram. We're keeping that updated while Stu and I handle the commentary. Thanks to Emily Richards for helping us out with that. But we turn our attention back to the track. The women's field in this 800-meter final is set up on the double waterfall start.
All-American George Fox and Ellie Rising. Three-time UAA 400 champion All-American from Washington.
Stu, this race setting up much like the men's race, kind of a clear favorite up front, but some noble challengers who could definitely upset the race. Who are some of those challengers you think could upset Emma Kelly?
Yeah, Emma Kelly comes in as a favorite, but watch for Hope Murphy from Baldwin Wallace. She was third in the 1,500 meters last year, has run 2:10 for her personal best, so she has some strength here as a miler, and will look to contend against those Wash U.
And they're standing up. We can't get an 800 off clean.
The 800 folks are a little nervous. You can kind of see as everyone gets a green flag. Sir, you gotta be. He looked like he just gave a little stern talk to them.
Yeah.
Hey, be nice.
There's a lot on the line here. These athletes have some nerves.
Give a little smile.
All right, here we go.
Clean start. As Emma Kelly takes a sizable advantage early in this race, but also Ellie Rising of George Fox leads out her pack. We'll see what happens at the break as they get around this first turn. It looks like it's going to be Ellie Rising who's going to hold the inside, but Emma Kelly takes a better tangent to the lead in the first lap just at 30 seconds.
Emma Kelly doing what we expected. She's going out into the lead, but Murphy right on her heels.
Ellie Rising battling with Emma Kelly. Hope Murphy just there in third. Aoife Dunn trying to move up a little bit here. It's Emma Kelly of Wash U, Ellie Rising of George Fox battling out. Can Aoife Dunn and Hope Murphy split the difference right now as Aoife Dunn moves into third?
Rising looking really good. She's coming up onto the shoulder. Ideally, she'd get around here, but it looks like she's going to back off, maybe try again on the backstretch.
62 seconds to that first 400. They have 2 laps to go. It's a 2-women race right now with Aoife Dunn closing in on them.
Emma Kelly used some energy there to get up on, Ellie Rising used some energy there to get up on Kelly's shoulder. We'll see if she can muster some again, but Kelly absolutely pushing it through this turn.
She's running very similar to how Esther Wilson ran it last year from the gun, never giving up the lead as she goes into the bell lap. And we have a 3-woman race as we head to the bell lap. Can WashU go 1-2?
Dunn looking really good, swinging out into lane 2. She'll cut back in that second spot. Rising now, fades back to third. Emma Kelly looking amazing down that backstretch.
Emma Kelly, Aoife Dunn, WashU Bears stand up. 1-2 is possible for it. After winning the DMR, WashU is solidifying themselves as a great middle distance program this year, and they are. Emma Kelly, your women's 800-meter national champion. Aoife Dunn, your runner-up. The Bears go 1-2. Stand up, WashU.
Ellie Rising coming across there to make up the top 3. What a race by WashU. We can hear you guys going crazy on the other side of the live stream.
Wow, 2:06.62, a personal best for Emma Kelly and a season best for Division III. Aoife Dunn, a PR for her as well, and also under the D3 season best as well. Wow.
2:06.62 is what it took to make a national championship run.
18 points for WashU, and that is going to be huge for this team battle.
Yeah, that's absolutely huge. Maybe, I think now we probably have some time to update you on the men's team standings. I'm assuming that's updated now, Stu.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second as you see everyone congratulating each other. Man, what a competition we've seen so far, just off a championship record. WashU goes 1-2. Whew. We told you to get ready for this stuff, folks.
Our next event on the track is going to be the 200-meter men's final. That's at 4:15, so we're going to step away for a second here at the Crossplex in Birmingham, Alabama. We'll be back soon with more from the NCAA men's and women's indoor track and field national championships. Welcome back to Birmingham, Alabama. We're at the Crossplex for the NCAA Men's and Women's Indoor Track National Championships. Thanks for hanging out with us so far. We've had some amazing action on the track, but we're going to turn our attention to the field for now as we await the men's 200-meter final. The men's high jump competition is underway.
And as we watch them jump, I'm going to fill you in on where things stand on the team battle. Through 12 events scored, here is the men's. MIT in first with 27 points. Boris, after a huge 10 points from Mike Jasa, are in second. Carthage in third with 20. Wisconsin Lacrosse, 17. Widener with 17 as well, tied for fourth. On the women's side, Wisconsin Lacrosse, WashU are in for an epic battle with 14 of 17 events scored. Wisconsin Lacrosse has 46.5 points. WashU has 43. Third is Johns Hopkins with 33. And in fourth, the last trophy spot is Loris with 32.5.
And as we look down towards the high jump competition, we're on our third height right now. Opening height was 6 feet 4 inches. That got bumped up 2 inches to 6 feet 6 inches, and we are now at 6 feet 7 inches and 3/4. Looks like we have 18 athletes still remaining in the competition. On your screen now is Theo Shepard from Adrian. Shepard entered in on the second height, cleared it after one miss, and he is straight over here on our third height. Again, that's 6 feet 7 inches and 3/4, and Theo Shepard clears it on his first attempt. On the track now, the men's 200-meter section 1 is adjusting their block and walking around a little bit. We've got about 4 minutes until that competition starts. Stu, one of the highlights of this competition is the men's 200. We take a look again at men's high jump. This is Caleb Cornelius from Wisconsin Oshkosh, and he is 3 for 3 on heights so far. He came in at 6 foot 4 inches, cleared it right away. He moves into the provisional first spot with 3 straight clearances.
And Oshkosh is going to need him if they want to stay in contention in this men's team battle. Right now, through 13 events, they're currently sitting in third with 23 after that massive win by Wilburn in the triple jump.
Bryce Ellinger on your screen right now. Failed in that last attempt. He was over the first two heights cleanly. Checking in with coach, making some adjustments. Mariel from Wisconsin River Falls just hits the bar there. But let's turn our attention now to the men's 200-meter final. In my humble opinion, Stu, one of the marquee races of this afternoon. There is some amazing firepower on the track. We're going to run this in two sections. Section 1 is on the track right now. Some familiar faces and some up-and-comers here. Do you want to run us through the field, Stu?
Yeah, in lane 3, a true freshman, true first year from Bethel, Landon Liu. He was already an All-American earlier today in the 60, and he's looking to add it again. He finished 4th in the 60-meter today. Can he improve upon that? Next to him in lane 4, last year's indoor national champion. Last year's national champion indoors from center, J.P. Vaught, the outdoor national champion and record holder outdoors as well. Eric Gregory from Gallaudet in 4. Christian Campbell from CMS in lane 6.
Eric Gregory, the fastest deaf athlete in history.
And they're off here in heat 1. They set the mark for the time to beat. As Eric Gregory making up the stagger, but here comes Landon Liu out of Bethel. We'll see as they get to the turn here. Who has it? It's going to be, oh no, Eric Gregory stepped out. We'll see if that gets caught, but Eric Gregory will take heat 1. 21-17 potentially here.
Stu, did you say you saw him step out of his lane on that
I
turn?
saw a little bit there, but I don't want to rat anyone out. 21-16, a championship record. We'll see if that stands or not. So 21-16, a new championship record. So we'll see what happens there. J.P. Vaught finishing 3rd in that heat. And now Section 2 gets in there.
Christian Campbell was your runner-up in that heat, 21.33. As Stu mentioned, J.P. Vaught finishing 3rd in that heat, 21.42. And Landon Liu, who looked really good in that opening stretch from Bethel, finishing in 21.56. But we'll get a full picture here as Section 2 steps onto the track, and Shek Traore takes to his blocks for the second time today.
Yeah, Shek. Yeah, in this event now, in Heat 2, Lance Jensen from Senior Geneseo, Miles Moore of Shenandoah, Shek Traore, the 400-meter champion in lane 5, and Sam Blaskowski of La Crosse, who already won the 60, is in Heat 2, and they have the advantage, Noah.
Yeah, they absolutely have the advantage in this second heat. That time to beat is on the board. They know what it's going to take. Heat 1 has to kind of run scared. Heat 2 comes in with the knowledge of what it takes to win a national championship. 2 national champions on the track right now.
Yeah, already they have a title to their name. They know what it takes now to win it. They can go a little harder in the beginning, knowing that they have to beat 21-16. But we'll see what happens there with Eric Gregory, unfortunately. But now they know where they have to finish in order to win a national title.
That men's 60 happened outside of our TV window today, but Blaskowski backs up his Division III indoor record, fastest man in Division III with that national championship run. He'll look to pad the resume here with the 200 as well. And we're away clean once again, that time to beat is Eric Gregory's 21.16.
And Sheck is already making up a stagger on Sam Laskowski. How will Sam Laskowski respond as he moves around him on the turn, but watch from the inside. But it's going to be Sheck Traore. Take a look at the clock. We might see it. He does it! A D3 national record, the first man under 21 seconds indoors. Sheck Traore repeats as a national champion, sets the D3 all-time best, 2072. Sheck Traore called his shot, saying he's going to take 20 points to win, and he does it. Sheck Traore, a national record, a national champion twice today.
You see his competitors just applauding, mouths open here. Called his shot sub 21 to win that national championship. Looks like the official time on your screen, 20.72. Just all kinds of records. We're going to take another look at this amazing run by Sheck Traore representing Ramapo. He comes flying around this turn. It was interesting to see if Laskowski was going to respond.
Yeah, Laskowski's the 100-meter champion from outdoors, and Sheck had already passed him on the turn and never looked back. Look at that closing speed. He's eyes on the clock. Look at this angle from straight away. Sheck knows he got the record once he saw the clock. The man is on a mission. After finishing runner-up twice outdoors, he came in here wanting a national title, and he walks away with 2.
And from Ramapo, you see him taking a little rest there, sitting next to 60-meter champion Sam Laskowski. A lot of mutual respect from those two competitors. Just an electric field in the men's 200. Just another race that lived up to the hype. Another championship record. We just keep saying it.
Another D3 record.
And a D3 record. I'm sorry. Championship records are secondary at this point.
He took down Laskowski's record of 21.13. He took 0.4 off of it. Almost a half a second.
Almost half a second. He knew what it was going to take, and he just absolutely did it. Round of applause for Sheck Traore. Just, yeah, I can't wait to watch him outdoors.
You see there the two 200-meter record holders, indoors and outdoors. They're friends on and off the track. They mentioned to me that they like competing against each other, and it's game on when they go head-to-head, but off the track, they are friends.
The bar is just consistently being raised in Division III, records all over the place. It's just going to be a treat to watch these guys as the season progresses. We eventually will head to outdoors, and they'll have another chance to light it up. That's all for the men's 200. What a race, but we can't get too caught up in any one event. We're going to go back to the men's high jump. That competition is underway right now.
Yeah, this is James King from George Fox. And on T-First, you have to go last name, comma, first name. So he is King James on T-First. LeBron or James King from George Fox? He came in as the second seed. He's already missed twice. This is his first attempt at 2.03 meters or 6'7". And he clears it with ease.
We'll keep checking in with the high jump whenever we can. On the track now, we're shifting our attention to the women's 200-meter final, also being run in 2 sections of 4. Heat 1 is on your screen there. We're going to have Lauren Gay, Kennedy Waite, Isabella Hogue, and Adalia Coleman taking to their lanes here. Stu, what are the storylines here to watch? Also some familiar names, we keep saying it.
Yep, Adalia Coleman, the 60-meter champion from earlier today, and looking to add another national title to this weekend. Bella Hogue from Nebraska Wesleyan, last year's indoor national champion. She was the runner-up in the 60 earlier today. She has yet to lose a 200-meter national title. She won it outdoors, also won the 100-meter as well. Lauren Gay of WashU has an opportunity to get them back into the competition here in the team battle, as they're only down by a few points to Wisconsin lacrosse.
WashU picked up some huge points in that 800. They'll look to continue that momentum going here in the women's 200.
And Kennedy Waite, we've been talking about her all weekend. Her day is not done. She'll be in lane 4 after finishing All-American in both the 60 and the 400. She was 3rd in the 400 not too long ago.
Such a busy day for Waite. She maybe didn't have quite the pep in her step that we expected at the 4. We'll see if she can rebound over the 1-lap race. But your sprint queen there, Isabella Hogue from Nebraska Wesleyan, is going to be starting out there in lane 5.
So we have 3 events left, the 3K, the 200, and the 4x4. Wisconsin Lacrosse has a 3.5-point lead over WashU. Emma Lawrence will be in Heat 2. So the matchup here is going to see where can Lauren Gay finish, where can Emma Lawrence finish, can WashU get closer to Lacrosse as they head into the 3K, because Lacrosse does not, they have one athlete in the 3K. WashU has an athlete as well. So it can be a battle here in the last 3 events for the women's team title, but we'll start things off here with Heat 1 of the women's 200.
If you're just joining us, welcome to Birmingham, Alabama. We're at the Crossplex here. The action has been thick and fast. Yesterday was mostly prelims, but we had some finals too, but it was mostly about setting the stage for the team battle here today that is playing out before our very eyes. We'll continue to bring you updates on that as it develops. As my co-host Stu mentioned here, only 3 events left on the track: the 200, the 3K, and the 4x400 relays.
I feel like we just started.
I feel like we just started.
Let's go home now? What the heck?
It's absolutely flying by. We're not going to go home yet, Stu. We got a lot of action left here at the Crossplex. Once again, fastest times between the 2 heats determines the All-American positions. Heat 1 flying blind here. They'll look to set the bar.
Gives it quite.
Set.
Away clean once again. We'll get a better idea of what's going on here as they look to make up staggers, but Isabella Hogue moving up quickly in lane 5.
Kennedy Waite, she's getting stronger as the day goes on. She is going to challenge Bella Hogue, the reigning indoor champion, off the turn.
Kennedy Waite!
Kennedy Waite, Bella Hogue, who's going to take Heat 1? It's going to be Kennedy Waite from Mount Union. 24.
24.32, the flash time. We'll get to the official. Kennedy Waite just looking stronger as the events progress. We're going to have a new champion in the indoor 200-meter sprint. Kennedy Waite, 24.31 looks to be her official time. Isabella Hogue, 24.49 in second. Adalia Coleman, 24.8. Lauren Gay from WashU, 24.86, finishing 4th in that first heat. Wow.
That's Kennedy Waite's 7th race this weekend. And now she sets the bar for Heat 2.
Can we get her a chair? Is there a chair down by the track that she can have a seat in?
Not yet. She's got a 4x4 later on. She's not done yet.
And she does not have much time. Wow, what a performance. We have Kennedy Waite from Mount Union on the bubble. And we turn our attention back to the track as Heat 2 begins to adjust their blocks. They know what it takes. 24.31. The mark to beat if you won a national championship.
So she was 4th in the 60, 3rd in the 400. Now she waits to see where she is in the 200. We're getting their block set. Laura Matthews of Stevens in lane 3. Emma Lawrence of Wisconsin Lacrosse in 4. Keon Benjamin of Bowdoin in 5. And Grace Devaney, your 400-meter champion, in lane 6.
If you're Kennedy Waite, how comfortable are you right now knowing who's on the track?
You feel good. You know, I think you have to be really happy with that performance you just put. That's your 7th race of the weekend, and you set the standard, running a personal best as well. You can't be too upset with something like that, especially given how much Mount Union has relied on her this weekend. So, at worst, you finish 5th. At best, you win, or somewhere in between. You walk away with 3 individual All-American awards. So we'll see. But the team battle perspective, Emma Lawrence now knows where she needs to do to keep the advantage for lacrosse, given where Lauren Gay's time is. See Keon Benjamin, another All-American from this morning's 60-meter dash, getting ready. She finished 7th.
Kennedy is waiting right next to the track right there. She's going to have a front row ticket to the action here as Heat 2 in the women's 200 gets ready to take to their box. They get their final instructions.
And she's surrounded by coaches and teammates.
We're underway in section 2. They're off clean. 24.31 from Kennedy Waite of Mount Union is the time to beat.
24:31 was 3rd all time as Keon Benjamin and Emma Lawrence look to make it the stagger. But Laura Matthews on the inside. Emma Lawrence is going to come off the turn, but Keon Benjamin of Bowdoin and Emma Lawrence are going neck and neck. Kennedy Waite is going to win the national title for Mount Union. 24-31, Kennedy Waite wins a national title. An epic weekend for her, and it's not over. She has a 4x4. Wow, from the first heat.
You see how much this one means to her. Just breaking down there, her support system, giving hugs. Everyone's jumping up and down. Section 2 gave it a real go, but they didn't quite have what it takes to unseat Kennedy Waite. Emma Lawrence from Wisconsin Lacrosse is going to take that 2nd position.
Wow, that's big for the team battle. She gets 8 points for her team to 1 from Lauren Gay, so a 7-point advantage as we head into 2 events to go. But man, Grace Devaney, the 400-meter champion, giving hugs to the 200-meter champion, Kennedy Waite. In order, we have Kennedy Waite, Mount Union, Emma Lawrence of Wisconsin Lacrosse, Bella Hogue, Nebraska Wesleyan, Keon Benjamin of Bowdoin, Grace Devaney of Wesleyan in 5th, Adelia Coleman 6th, Laura Matthews 7th of Stevens, and Lauren Gay of Wash U in 8th.
Another amazing race, a super competitive event. Congratulations to Kennedy Waite and her coaching staff and support system. They're still trackside celebrating, but she's got to go warm up pretty soon.
Yeah, she only has 2 3Ks and a 4x4 in between her next 2 laps on the track.
As Stu mentioned, those next events on the track are going to be the men's and women's 3K. Men's 3K scheduled to go off in about 10 minutes here, 4:40 local time in Birmingham, Alabama. We'll make sure to bring you all those storylines here pretty soon, but for now we turn our attention back to the infield here at the Crossplex and the men's high jump.
A quick stat for you, all of you at home. 24:52 is 10th all-time in D3 in the women's 200. The top 4 matched that or was faster. Kennedy Waite moves into 3rd all-time. Emma Lawrence will move into 9th. Man, we're just seeing some all-time bests here in the Crossplex.
Yeah, competition has been amazing so far. On the high jump, we've moved on to our 4th bar, our 4th height. We've gone from 6'7" and 3/4 up to 6'9". Raymond Venditti of Loris just hit his 3rd strike as the officials readjust the bar. And Hawkins from Dubuque is going to make his 3rd attempt at this height. His approach there, he'll knock the bar down. That's his 3rd strike and the end of his high jump competition. We haven't had anybody clear this height yet. Christian Pfeiffer from Baldwin Wallace, 2 strikes at this height. He'll take 1 more attempt. Gets his balance there on the infield. That's going to be strike 3 for Pfeiffer from Baldwin Wallace. We're narrowing down the competition quickly here. And I misspoke earlier. We're still on that 6'7"3/4 height. We've had 10 athletes clear it so far. Charlie Nolan of Wisconsin Oshkosh, important for him to get over this bar. He's had 2 strikes. This is his 3rd and final attempt at it as he gets the clap going on the infield. See his competitors joining in here, always fun to see that. Makes his approach, he's up, hits the bar. That's the end of the day for Charlie Nolan of Wisconsin Oshkosh. That's his 3rd strike. Going to bring you one more jump here in the men's high jump competition. This is Harry Riniker-Found from Tufts. He's got 2 strikes, looking to keep his championship dreams alive by going over the bar here. And then we'll throw it over to give you a recap of what happened in the men's triple jump. 3rd strike there from Harry Riniker-Found from Tufts. He does not advance to the final round, and we will enter the 4th height with 10 athletes as we now take a look back at the triple jump competition.
This was electric here. The last 2 jumps from Cole Goodman and Jonathan Wilburn changed the competition. In the 6th jump, Cole Goodman moves into the lead with 1 jump remaining, 1 athlete remaining, and it was Jonathan Wilburn of Wisconsin Oshkosh. The hop, skip, and a jump, and boom, he knew it right away. Gets out of the pit, sees the mark. He's a national champion. The D3 best of 15:56 this season. Also had a personal best as well from Rochester. You see Jenai Roberts there from Virginia Wesleyan, finishing 3rd in 14:96. Wow. That was a crazy competition. Imagine, it's the final jump of the entire competition. You either get 2nd or you win, and you go out and execute and win the national title.
Yeah, that was absolutely electric, especially from our vantage point up here in the booth. That occurred simultaneously with the start of the men's 800-meter final, so everybody's attention was pulled in all different directions. Man, what a roller coaster of emotion that we've been on here, but congratulations to Jonathan Wilburn from Oshkosh, jumping big when it mattered. He'll win that competition in 15.56. Our attention now turns back to the track, and we are here again with the distance events. The men's 3,000-meter run, shaking out the legs, taking a few strides. So many storylines to get here, and we'll definitely get into that. We've been talking a lot, Stu and I, about who's fresh, who's not. But maybe first we'll just tell you who's in the field.
Yeah, a wild race here. We have Alex Phillip, Sam Aquaviva, Christian Pasca, Ethan Gregg, Matthew Kearney, Matthew Leckie, Elias Lindgren, Christopher Collette, Connor Riss, Andrew Ma, Isaac Wegner, Spencer Boone, Max Saventi, Adam Lenzer, Nick Andrews, Jeffrey Love, Simon Hayes, Gavin McCallahan, Frank Sorba, and Ryan Wilson. I believe the only fresh legs is Connor Riss from North Central.
We've got about 5 minutes before these competitors get underway. I mean, the biggest name in the field right now has got to be Christian Patska, your 5K national champion. If you joined us for that 5K race yesterday, you saw a historic event where the top 3 broke 14 minutes. We saw a championship record there. Patska absolutely emptied the tank. We had a very strong front-running performance by Greg.
It was the best D3 5K in history, and you got to witness it last night. I got the chance to speak with Christian Patska this morning. He feels good. He rested up. He refueled from Olive Garden with chicken Alfredo, so he's ready to go and get things ready here for this men's 3K.
We'll see how that chicken Alfredo is sitting in his system, but he looked amazing yesterday. We'll see how much that took out of him. In lane 1, You see Alex Phillip, who has cemented himself in Division III history but came up short last night.
Yeah, he's going to look to get some redemption here. He already has 5 national titles. He has a 3K and 5K national record. We'll see how he responds. You know, he, as a gamer, he wants to compete with the best. He wants to be viewed as the best. And so what do you do when you lose for the first time in a while? You come back and you make a statement. So we'll see what he can do here in this men's 3K.
Next to him is Elias Lindgren. I was talking to him a little bit yesterday. He said that yo-yo pace kind of the men's 5K took it out of his legs, and he faded a little bit, still grabbed an All-American, his 3rd All-American award. He'll definitely look for a little bit of redemption here in the 3K as he believes he has what it takes to win.
Yeah, and Simon Hayes there in green from Wilmington finished 5th yesterday. He was someone last year that missed out on some of these indoor competitions, given how quickly D3 has evolved. And now he's back here in 2 events. It'll be good to watch him. And someone we need to talk about, we haven't yet. He was the 21st seed, 1 person scratched, and Ryan Wilson moves into the 3K after scratching the 800. He didn't run the DMR, he already won the mile. He's with some teammates here. We'll see how he can handle this double.
Yeah, Ryan Wilson, we saw him just what seems like a few minutes ago winning the men's mile. He went and just got a little cool down / warm up in. You see him on the top section of that waterfall. We expected to see him in the 8. If this pace is slow over 3K, he's got the best wheels in the field. Next to him is Christopher Collette from Wartburg, also a big name. He was in that men's 1 mile final, but just didn't look very good. I was kind of wondering if maybe at some point he just decided to save something for this 3K.
Yeah, it was hard to tell, you know, where the effort is. He's on that DMR yesterday, ran a mile, prelim. So we'll see. MIT with 4 runners here in this race. They currently are leading Loris by 1 point. They don't have a 4x4. Loris does. And in the high jump, MIT does have a high jumper as well. Loris doesn't. So they're going to need some points here to at least, if they can get over 10-point advantage in the 4x4.
And we're standing up here. We'll try it again. And Stu, I mentioned that it might be a tactical race, but I think I misspoke because Ethan Gregg is in this field.
Yeah, Ethan Gregg will not make a race tactical. He is going to go to the gun, or go to the front from the gun, I should say, and make things honest. He wants to make people hurt. He wants to see who has it. You saw that yesterday in the 5K. You saw it when Christian Paska and him did it indoors when they broke the record.
Greg is in that gray singlet of Wisconsin lacrosse, kind of in the middle of that main pack, so look for him to make his way to the front, but we're sprinting off pretty good here.
And that's North Central's Max Saventi and Connor Riss. Maybe some team tactics next play here, as Connor Riss is the only fresh legs here in this competition.
With the mile up to the 5K being so close together, these men have the range to do it, and so we've seen a lot of people pulling double and triple duty here as the brakes come on just a little bit.
I should say Adam Lenzer is also fresh in this race as well. He is out of Wisconsin lacrosse.
Nick Andrews goes out to the early lead. He is famous for anchoring that DMR.
Yeah, what a leg for him. And he did this last year too. He came back from doubling and took the lead and kind of challenged the field and made sure it was honest. And as we mentioned, how Paulette maybe wasn't running his best in that mile, is now up there right with Nick Andrews.
Yeah, maybe I spoke a little too soon there. He seems keen to take on the pace early in this one. Ethan Gregg is actually sitting back kind of in that back third, kind of running in lane 2. I'm wondering if he's just kind of getting a feel for his legs, but as I say that, he's moving up. He's halfway through. He's now in the front quarter. I imagine we'll see him in the lead very soon.
Yeah, and he's going to go from, last to first there in about 100 meters. They went through in 65 seconds. And there goes Ethan Gregg, setting the pace. Lacrosse needs points. MIT needs points. Ryan Wilson coming into second.
Ethan Gregg goes back to doing Ethan Gregg things. Ryan Wilson sitting in second there. Nick Andrews slots into that third position. And Patska, your 5K champion, in fourth.
He's riding that momentum right now, getting himself back into position to execute and add to his national title weekend. as Ethan Gregg kind of extends the lead here a bit. You can kind of tell things are spacing out a bit given the pace change. They went 32, 34, 32, at least Ethan Gregg did. We'll see. They come through in 2:11.
You know, some guys are kind of cursing Greg's name right now. Elias Lindgren is in the back. I saw a little bit of panic on his face as the field stretches. Greg's not going to pace the field, though. He'll run away if he can. It looks like the field is a little bit leery of passing Ryan Wilson, knowing that he's got 146.800 speed.
So this is what Ethan Gregg has done so far. He put Christian Patska and himself on his back at the home meet at Whitewater when that set the national record. He did majority of the work, and then Patska went around him. He did majority of the work yesterday in the 5K, and now he wants a stake at a national crown. We saw this in cross country as well. Ethan Gregg isn't afraid to make things difficult for the rest of the field.
This is the golden age of Division III distance running, and the gang's all here, Stu.
Yep, look at the entire pack. Basically still together with Ethan Gregg out front. Ryan Wilson second, Christian Patska third, Alex Phillip fourth, Matthew Leckie, who split a 4:02 mile yesterday in the DMR, in fifth. Down goes a runner. That is Jeffrey Love from Connecticut College. We'll see what happens. We see a yellow flag. So
Ethan Gregg continues to churn around. He's about 64 seconds per 400, give or take, and he's stretching this lead a little bit. Patska may be feeling a little unnerved by the distance that he's created as Patska moves into second. Alex Phillips sitting in fourth, kind of drifting outside of the lane, but Ryan Wilson, I think, is probably still feeling pretty confident that he can close this gap whenever he wants.
Yeah, they're coming up to 1,600 meters to go. That's, I guess, the high school mile. 3:47 with 1,600 meters to go.
That was a 32.3 last 200 there from Gregg. To my eye, it looks like Patska's maybe clawed back a couple meters. It's hard to tell. They seem to be moving about the same speed. Ryan Wilson just throws an arm up there. I think he got a little too close to the turn.
Yeah, spoke with Coach Jeff Miller yesterday about Patska, and he just told me that Patska is on a different level right now. The workouts that he's doing are incredible, and he knows he has a big double in him this weekend.
Matthew Leckie from RPI has been kind of flying under the radar, but he looks really good. There is just maybe a tiny gap back to Alex Phillip, but if you're sitting on that, or if you're sitting on 2:34, you're still feeling really good. I mean, the field is totally in contention. Gregg maintaining that gap, but he's not running away.
He ran 4:19 through the first 1,600 meters as we have 1,200 to go. 6 laps remain. Can Ethan Gregg do it? We have a full line of 19 runners behind him. Everyone in contention. You can tell how quickly this pace is.
In the pack, it's all about who's going to blink first, who's going to panic first and try to close down this gap. They're all looking at each other. Patska continues to chase.
Wow, Ethan Gregg, can he run away from the field? He's coming up to the 2K split. The first K was 2:42.
We're stretched all the way down the straightaway.
This is when Patska made his move yesterday. A 2:40 split. They got faster in that second K.
As you say that, Patska gets maybe a stride over Wilson. Alex Phillip, who maybe I would have expected to make a move if he feels good, he just shakes the arms out. He enters the turn, but doesn't seem to have a response yet. Is Gregg going to run away from this from the front? Everybody knew what he was going to do. They're not chasing him, Stu.
Wow. He is running away with 400 meters to go. Things are starting to break up. Patska, Wilson, Phillip with 4 laps to go.
If you've got the legs, you have to go now. Gregg has a big lead.
We spoke with Ethan earlier this season. He talked about how he's been working on his mile time throughout his college career. He's brought it down to a 4:07. He was like a 4:20, 4:30 guy in high school. Now he's running 4:0s, and it's helped his entire running ability to be able to close like that. 3 laps to glory for Ethan Gregg, but here comes Alex Phillip into second.
Ethan Gregg has done so much work to electrify D3 distance running. This could finally be his time to take some glory home for himself. Alex Phillip blinks, gets impatient. He knows this is a big gap. They're going to turn with 400 to go. Can they close this gap? It's not coming down to. If anything, it's getting bigger.
Wow, Ethan Gregg running for glory. Total glutz, the biggest grinder in Division III. He made that race happen yesterday. He's 400 meters away from a national title. He's also in contention to break the championship record.
He's got maybe a 25-meter lead. Alex Phillip giving chase. I don't think they can close this gap. Ryan Wilson doesn't seem to have the kick either. He's sitting in third. Christian Patska solidifying that fourth spot for now. And then we've got a big group duking it out for All-American points.
Ethan Gregg continues to lead here as they come down the home stretch with 200 meters. Can Alex Phillip close him down over 200 meters? The bell lap, it's Ethan Gregg, it's Alex Phillip, it's Ryan Wilson, it's Christian Patska, and a massive pack for the final All-American spot. And Alex Phillip is taking off. Alex Phillip is extending his reach onto Ethan Gregg.
Hold your breath, folks. Ethan Gregg does not have this wrapped up. Every step that goes by, Alex Phillip is making up ground. Ethan Gregg turns for home.
Ethan Gregg pushing, Alex Phillip pushing. Can the cross-country champion catch him? He won't. It's Ethan Gregg, a championship record, a national title for Ethan Gregg. He can't believe it. Holy cow, what a race. He is fired up. He is fired up. His team loves it. Laskowski is fired up. UW Lacrosse, stand up. What a race for Ethan Gregg, an all-time 3K here at the Division III National Championships. 5 runners under the last, 6 runners, 7 runners, 8 runners, 9 runners, 9 runners under the championship record. Holy moly.
Ethan Gregg is getting absolutely mobbed by his teammates right now. That's what you love to see, that hard-charging front run. It hadn't paid off for him until now. Stu, this man deserves a national championship.
Oh my goodness.
We're going to go back to the last lap, and what a last lap it was. Alex Phillip seemed to be closing an insurmountable distance, and Stu, I thought he might get it.
Right here, Ethan Gregg looked vulnerable. Alex Phillip had a pass on the outside here, and could it be? But no, Ethan Gregg found that final gear with that look back. It's a short distance. He was able to make it. You saw Blaskowski running the last 15 meters. Ethan Gregg can't believe it. Holy crud. Ethan Gregg, your national champion. Look at that reaction as he goes and finds his teammates. Sam Blaskowski was the first one to greet him. 2 national champions firing each other up as Lacrosse puts themselves in contention for a team trophy.
Ethan Gregg did exactly what we expected him to do. He did exactly what the field expected him to do, and he still got away with it for a national championship. Stu, run us down the team points real quick after that event.
Yeah, it's not official yet, but MIT had a 2-point advantage over Lacrosse. They gained 4 points on MIT. MIT only scored 6. So as we go, they still have a high jumper left, so we'll figure out where they finish for MIT. But Lacrosse will have a 2-point advantage right now with high jump and the 4x4. Lacrosse has a 4x4, and MIT does not. So we'll see what MIT's high jumper can do for them. He's still in this competition. Excuse me, he is not. He finishes 7th. So they'll get 2 points. So if my math is correct, and it's very unofficial, the men's competition, oh no, he's tied for 7th. I'm not going to say anything yet. We got to figure out how that scoring will play out. But just know, things will be very tight here as we come into the 4x4. We will get a clear picture when we can.
I want to quickly run you through the men's All-Americans from that 3K. You saw them on your screen. Ethan Gregg, your champion from Wisconsin Lacrosse. Alex Phillip, defending champion from John Carroll. Ryan Wilson at MIT. Christian Patska, your 5K champion, finishes 4th from Wisconsin Whitewater. Nick Andrews from SUNY Geneseo. He anchored that DMR to a championship last night. Connor Riss from North Central makes an appearance running 8:08. Finishing 6th. Matthew Leckie from RPI, a strong race, 8:08. And your final All-American, Frank Sorba from Lynchburg, running 8:09. Those are your All-Americans in the men's 3K. We're taking a deep breath, and we're taking another look at the men's high jump competition. We're down to 2 jumpers in this competition. We'll give you the lay of the land here.
So right now we have Samuel Hetrick of Penn State Bayron and Sam Beatty of Central College.
Both cleared the last height on their first attempt. The bar is currently being set at 6'10 1/4. That's going to be the 5th height that they've cleared so far, but so far Sam Beatty is leading on misses. He's only had 1 miss. That happened at 6'7 3/4. Samuel Hetrick has 2 misses, but neither one have taken more than 2 jumps to get over a height so far.
Hetrick, the only athlete to go over 7 feet so far this season, as the women's 3K now is lining up. Back-to-back-to-back action here at the Crossplex. I've lost track of how many championship records we've seen so far, but now on the track, the women have a chance to set another championship record in the 3K, as the field is pretty loaded. We saw a lot of athletes opt out of the 5K to go after a mile 3K double. The championship record is 9:30. Both Fiona Smith, Annika Urban, Clara Mayfield, and Maddie Kelly all were under the championship record from this season. I guess a few of them had converted marks, but Fiona Smith and Annika Urban for sure are. Noah will run you through the field.
We're going to go back to the high jump competition as there are 2 athletes remaining. This is Sam Beatty from Central, looking to claim a national title. We're going to be jumping back between this and the women's 3K. We'll make sure to keep you as updated as possible. We'll run you through the 3K field in a second. Sam Beatty goes up and he hits the bar. Sam Beatty checks in with his head coach there. They're going to make a few adjustments. The women are still standing on the track on that double waterfall.
I'll run you through the list here. It's Ella Ball from Williams, Aubrey Fisher of Wartburg, Emily Hunkus of WashU. And they're off. Jenna Allman of Calvin, Morgan Lee of RPI, Jillian Richardson of Bate, Annika Urban, your mile champ of Emory, Caitlin Jorgensen of UChicago, Sarah Stevenson of Johns Hopkins, Molly Fitzgibbons of Williams, Anna Koenig-Zeisler of UChicago, Carolyn McMartin of Central College, Fiona Smith of St. Benedict, Clara Mayfield Carleton, Maddie Kelly, UChicago, Maddie Hannon, Wisconsin Cross, Frances Scheffler, UChicago, Anna Tucker, Hope, Lexi Brown of Wartburg.
As Stu was doing that, we cut away from the high jump. Samuel Hetrick hit the bar there. But we turn our attention to the distance women here. Stu, similar story to the men's 3K. A lot of athletes doubling or tripling or whatever back. Who do you think has the freshest legs right now?
Well, it appears to be Fiona Smith. She doesn't seem too tired from that 5K championship. Sarah Stevenson is fresh in this race. She hasn't competed yet in these championships. Aubrey Fisher only ran a mile yesterday in the DMR, but look at Annika Urban. Sorry, run the high jump there. Sam Beatty of Central College misses there as you see the 3K going around. But Fiona Smith continues to lead Aubrey Fisher right now through the first lap in 74 seconds, so keeping things relatively honest. But yeah, this is a battle of attrition. You know, we have Wisconsin lacrosse athlete in there and Maddie Hannon, Emily Kunkus of WashU. There's a 9.5 point difference right now, and they both come down to the 4x4. So if we can see WashU make up that point difference, head into the 4x4 as boom, high jump and 3K at the same time as Samuel Hetrick misses that attempt as Fiona Smith lead extends. She's not tired.
If you were with us in that 5K last night, we saw Fiona Smith take to the lead and just shut the door pretty early on. The distance is a little shorter here. She won't have as much time to get a lead going, but we have Annika Urban there in second place. We know she has the wheels if she keeps this close.
Yeah, Annika is doing a really great job this meet, already winning the mile and making sure Fiona Smith doesn't get too far away. Fiona Smith's lead continues to grow here. It's similar to what she did yesterday in the 5K. We'll see.
We go back to the men's high jump real quick. Sam Beatty is looking to make his approach. He's had 2 strikes here, so this will be his last attempt at the bar.
currently is leading, though.
He's currently leading on misses. He's had 3 misses compared to Samuel Hattrick's 4 misses. Hattrick will be up next. Only 2 athletes remaining in this competition. Beatty hits the bar. Samuel Hattrick will make his approach. On the line is a national championship. And we're back to the track here. Fiona Smith continues to press her advantage on the front.
Yeah, through the first came about 3:06. So that's about 9:18 pace. Not only are we on championship, we are on championship record. The D3 record is 9:13. So we'll have to see a heroic effort for her, a big negative split to see her get after a D3 record, but definitely a championship record is in sight.
I was hoping to see Annika Urban keep this a little closer. High jump now. Samuel Hattrick hits the bar. That's his 3rd strike. So we go down to misses, and it's Sam Beatty from Central College who's going to be your national champion in the men's high jump. And we return to the track to see Fiona Smith just absolutely pulling away now.
Yeah, and rounding that stretch there, you see Sam Beatty congratulating the competition. Mutual respect amongst the coaches and athletes here. But to give you an idea of where things stand in this women's 3K, it goes Annika Urban, Aubrey Fisher, Jillian Richardson, Morgan Lee, Ella Ball, Clara Mayfield, and Sarah Stevenson, your top 8. Things kind of shuffled there. We saw Emily Kunkus and Maddie Kelly now move into that All-American position as Fiona Smith is on a different level right now. She has 8 laps to go.
Fiona Smith running about 5-minute per mile pace. They'll come through 1,600 at the end of this lap. Annika Urban continues to lead that chase. They're not putting any dent in Fiona Smith's lead, but we are going to see a heated competition for those top 8 spots in team points.
We've got 10 women battling for 7 All-American positions right now.
It looked like Clara Mayfield was going to kind of push, but she settles back into that pack.
I'm sure Jeff Stiles and the WashU coaching staff and teammates are urging Emily Kunkus on, as Maddie Hannon of UW La Crosse is not in All-American contention right now. Emily can make things close for her team if she can get some points. They're down by only 9.5 points.
Fiona Smith came through the 1,600 in 4:58.33, so this is a blazing pace out front.
Yeah, on championship record pace. She acts as though 25 laps yesterday wasn't enough. Let's add 15 more to her plate this weekend.
Dominant performance here. We talked a lot in that 5K last night about how she's never finished lower than 5th in a national championship before. She finally got the glory in the 5K. She's going to reclaim it again today in the 3K, but we have a change in second place right now as Aubrey Fisher from Wartburg moves to take up the chase. Annika Urban in 3rd, letting a little bit of a gap form.
Yeah, and that's Jillian Richardson of Bates. She's also coming into this competition fresh. Followed by Morgan Lee of RPI, who was on that DMR last night, as Ella Ball moves up as well. A little trip there in that main pace. A great shot if you can see who's still in it. Anna Tucker of Hope right off the back there as Fiona Smith now has 5 laps to go. 1K remaining for another national title for Fiona Smith. Her first K, 3:06. Her second K, 3:08. Well on pace to set another championship record in this meet as Aubrey Fisher extends her lead in second place. But Fiona Smith's show again. That's a great shot of Aubrey Fisher now in second. You can kind of see who's still in contention for that All-American position.
Aubrey Fisher going off in search of solidifying that second spot. Fiona Smith coming through her next split. That's going to be 2,200. 800 to go for Fiona Smith.
38 seconds, slowed down a bit from that last lap, but 800 to go. How much does Aubrey Fisher have left? I think the gap may be too much, but Aubrey Fisher has anchored a DMR to a win. Can she make up roughly 50 meters on Fiona Smith? But Jillian Richardson of Bates and Annika Urban are going back and forth in 3rd and 4th as Emily Kunkus now has moved up into All-American position, but that whole entire pack is keep changing up and changing up. We'll see how it goes, but Fiona Smith has 3 laps as Aubrey Fisher now comes into the home stretch.
Annika Urban has been doing a lot of chasing, but she hasn't quite shown that gear to pull away from the pack. Aubrey Fisher looking really good, has a big gap on third place as Annika moves back into that spot, but Fiona Smith is on the other side of the turn.
Watch for Maddie Kelly. She just moved into fourth. She's from Chicago. She had a great anchor leg last night for Chicago. Almost got them back into contention. She has that mile speed. She comes into this with a 9:33 personal best. She's in contention, but man, that chase pack is getting juicy right now to be an All-American. But Fiona Smith has 2 laps to go here.
Fiona Smith with a big gap, 2 laps to go, and then we turn our attention to Aubrey Fisher, currently in second place, also with a sizable gap, but things are going back and forth all the time in this chase pack. We'll try to get you a shot of them as the All-American positions are being sorted out.
It's big. So right now, Fiona Smith, Aubrey Fisher, Maddie Kelly, Annika Urban, Morgan Lee, Anna Tucker, Ella Ball, and Emily Kunkus now moves into the top 8 as Fiona Smith gets another bell lap for a national title.
Congratulations, Fiona Smith, as she takes what is essentially a victory lap. But Aubrey Fisher relinquishes second place to Maddie Kelly of University of Chicago, who is absolutely tearing down that top turn.
Does she have enough? Fiona Smith is kind of tying up, and Maddie Kelly is going to the arms. Can she do it? Fiona Smith has 100 meters to go. Maddie Kelly is pushing, but it's not going to be enough. Fiona Smith, your 5K champion from yesterday, is going to be your 3K champion tonight as the All-American performances come in behind her. Maddie Kelly, runner-up. Annika Urban, third. Anna Tucker, fourth. Emily Kunkus, fifth. She gets a big 4 points for Wash U.
Championship record.
Another championship record, 9:25. Maddie Kelly under a championship record as well, finishing runner-up. Wow.
Man, you kind of wonder if Maddie Kelly had kept that a little closer, if she could have pulled it off. She tore through that last lap.
We'll get you some splits for her as well.
Maddie Kelly's last lap was a 33.15, so basically 3.5 seconds she took out of Fiona Smith over the course of that last lap.
Yeah, she ran a 68 last 400 compared to a 74 from Fiona, but Fiona Smith doubles up the 5K, 3K national title. She adds to her runner-up performance from cross country here in this academic school year. Quite the year for Fiona Smith, the junior from St. Benedict.
We'll run you through those All-American positions as you see everyone just collapsing to the track. It's been a long day. We've got one event left. It's the 4x400 meter relay for the men and women. But your All-Americans in the women's 3,000 meter run, your champion Fiona Smith from St. Benedict, Maddie Kelly with such an amazing last lap from University of Chicago takes second. Annika Urban, who did a lot of work in that race from Emory, is going to take third. Anastasia Tucker from Hope is fourth. Emily Konkus from Wash U with some important team points, finishing fifth. Aubrey Fisher from Wartburg, who spent a lot of that race in second, ends up finishing sixth, solidifying her All-American position. Morgan Lee from RPI finishes seventh. And in your last All-American position, eighth, it's Ella Ball from Williams.
Wow.
We're going to step away for a few minutes from the Crossplex in Birmingham, Alabama. It's the NCAA Men's and Women's National Championships.
32.5-point Laura. In third, 33-point Johns Hopkins. In second, Washington University with 48 points. Leading the women, one event to go, 54.5, Wisconsin La Crosse. Still scoring that high jump. Men, 15, event done, 2 to go. High jump being scored, and the 4x4 has yet to be settled. A tie for fourth, 23 points each for Wisconsin Oshkosh and John Carroll. In third, with 26 points, Laura. In second place with 33 points, MIT. And leading the men's competition with 35 points, Wisconsin lacrosse. We know some of you ran the 3,000 women in the mile, top 8. We want to recognize you. So again, top 8 in the women's mile. If you'll report to the awards area, we'd be very grateful. Got the 3,000 award for men and women coming up. So the distance award, want to present that. And of course then, the 4x4s taking their spot on the track. The first of 2 4x4s men. 4 teams here, 4 teams coming up. Go as fast as you can. Let the time settle the difference. Setting up there in lane 3. Tatsuni Geneseo, Lance Jensen, Jason Raposo, Kieran Sheridan, and Jacob Miller. For Wisconsin lacrosse, they are in lane 4, Addison Hill, Caden Pierce, Tyler Backus, and Chase Dornick.
Welcome back to the Crossplex in Birmingham, Alabama. I hope you're not just now joining us because we've had an insane second day of action here at the Indoor Track and Field Championships for Division III. It's our last event on the track now, the relay, the 4x400 meter relay. We'll run you through the field real quick. It's going to go in 2 sections. Section 1 is on the track now, and then Stu will come on and give you an update on the team competition and the implications of this race. Taking to the lanes now, SUNY Geneseo, Lance Jensen is going to start their relay off. From Wisconsin lacrosse, Addison Hill is going to lead off their squad. From Bethel, Joel Smith is going to be leading them. And Rashad Henderson will be leading the Wisconsin Oshkosh squad. They're going to take their blocks. Stu, what are the team implications of this 4x400 meter relay?
I can't speak too soon yet. The scores are not officially updated. I don't want to too soon, but given some mental math, I want to say lacrosse right now leading. MIT in second, Loris in third, John Carroll and Oshkosh are tied now. You will get a better idea of where things are. The 3,000 is still unofficial. And see if the high jump
as we get that updated.
It's not yet. So once the high jump is scored, I'll give you a better idea because MIT did have a high jumper, did tie for 7th. Off the top of my head, I believe they will split that and get a point. If that is accurate or not, that means lacrosse has a 1-point lead heading into this. We'll set the stage once high jump is scored. I'm sure they are running those scores up to the press box to get the official timing. I don't want to speak just yet. Once we know, we'll let you know first.
Gave you that rundown of Heat 1 waiting in the wings for Section 2 of the 4x400 meter. A reminder that this race is run in 2 sections. It's not fast and slow. It's evenly seeded. John Carroll, Nebraska Wesleyan, Loris, and Mount Union will wait for the second section to take a crack at it. They'll know the time to beat. It's been just such an electrifying day here. We've lost count of the number of championship records that have fallen so far, and the 4x400 is what everybody came here to see. The fans are standing up. So much action over the last couple days, too. It's been kind of overwhelming.
It's been so much fun, and the team battle is about to be shaken up as well. Lacrosse is in the driver's seat right now. They have a 4x4. MIT does not. Loris has a 4x4. John Carroll has a 4x4. Oshkosh has a 4x4. San Geneseo has a 4x4. They're all in contention. Bethel has a 4x4. They can shoot up from 11th right now. Get ready. Buckle up. We're about to have a great finale to maybe the greatest D3 indoor track and field championship history.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with you, Stu. It's Geneseo in 3, it's La Crosse in 4, Bethel in 5, Wisconsin Oshkosh on the outside in the gold in lane 6. Here we go.
And there are teams fired up. La Crosse men are fired up. They know what's at stake here.
It's going to get loud here at the Crossplex, no doubt about it. We'll try to keep a camera on those relay exchanges too. It's going to be chaos. And here we go. The final event of the men's indoor championships is underway.
Oshkosh had a high jumper who finished 3rd. That gets them 6 points. They have an opportunity to get into the top 2 if it gets at least 4 points. Again, we'll let you know as we see fit, as Oshkosh and Geneseo gave us a scare there. If you followed along last year, you know about the DQs and the protests and the reinstatements. We don't want to sit through another 90-minute protest period, so let's keep things clean as Geneseo moves into the lead as La Crosse and Bethel go around Oshkosh potentially here on the final turn.
Geneseo has a gap. He's going to be handing off to Jason Raposo. La Crosse and Bethel hang off simultaneously, and Oshkosh leaves himself a little bit of work to do. That's Ryan Potter from Oshkosh, Grant Nelson from Bethel, and Caden Pierce from La Crosse.
They are moving on Geneseo, but Geneseo is running very strong.
Geneseo continues to have that gap and develop it over La Crosse. Bethel looking really good in 3rd, and Potter from Oshkosh giving chase in 4th.
Geneseo is about to hand off to Kieran Sheridan, last year's indoor national champion. He didn't make the final for the individual 400 today. Now has an opportunity to help his team get a title.
Pierce closing a little bit of ground heading into the handoff, but here comes Geneseo. It's Kieran Sheridan. He's going to get the baton. For La Crosse, it's going to be Tyler Backus.
La Crosse is having some decently good handoffs. That was a little bit of bobble, but still in contention.
That's Josh Sampson for Bethel and London Little from Oshkosh making up a little bit of ground there in 4th.
Wow, they're coming together. Kieran Sheridan of SUNY Geneseo. Can they sweep the relays? La Crosse is running inspired after Ethan Gregg and Sam Blaskowski's titles today.
Chase Dornick from La Crosse, he's going to get the baton, and he's going to hear these fans erupt in his ear, but still SUNY Geneseo steering the ship right now. Kieran Sheridan is going to be handing off to Jacob Miller, who takes the inside position on the track. Oshkosh moves into 3rd, Bethel in 4th.
Great handoffs for both teams, but Geneseo with a slight advantage. What can La Crosse do?
Jacob Parent from Oshkosh giving chase, and from Bethel.
Wow, La Crosse is moving onto the shoulder of SUNY Geneseo. He has to do some work now on the outside as SUNY Geneseo holds him off down the home stretch. Can he get to the bell lap first? He will.
La Crosse looks to cut it, and he takes over the lead when it matters. SUNY Geneseo giving chase. We're in our last lap of these indoor championships. SUNY Geneseo comes back.
They have a response. What can La Crosse do? They're both flailing. They are hurting. This is big. What can SUNY Geneseo do? Can La Crosse respond? SUNY Geneseo is going to set a statement here in Heat 1.
Heat 1 will get an official time there, but it was Geneseo, La Crosse, Bethel, and Oshkosh. 3:11.64. Once again, Stu, a championship record.
Both teams under the old, all 3 teams under the old championship record.
Well, we wouldn't end it any other way, and that's just section 1. We've got another section to go. The gauntlet is down. The bar is raised. Congratulations, SUNY Geneseo. You're winners of Heat 1, not your champions quite yet.
Yeah, so, hey, you want to win a national title? Okay, go break a championship record now.
That's what it takes.
Wisconsin La Crosse fired up, doing most likely enough, potentially, for a team title. The high jump has yet to, the high jump is scored. Okay, so here we go. Lacrosse most likely secures a national title. I gotta do some mental math here, but right now with 16 events scored, Wisconsin lacrosse 35 points, MIT 34.5 points. In second, Wisconsin Oshkosh 29 points, and Loras fourth with 26 points. In fifth and sixth, John Carroll has 23, SUNY Geneseo has 22. We will get you the most up-to-date scores we possibly can after this, as we know where it is. So Loras has an opportunity to move into trophy contention. John Carroll, SUNY Geneseo. SUNY Geneseo has a chance to move. Oh man, there's a lot happening. I will write this down on paper the old-fashioned way to help you all out.
While Stu does some calculations on that, I'm going to introduce Section 2. Section 2 of 2 in the men's 4x400. This is the very last race in the men's championship. It's going to be Mick Doyle opening things up for the John Carroll squad. From Nebraska Wesleyan, Kyle Dickinson is going to lead off that unit. From Loras, they'll be looking to improve their team standing. It's going to be Ted Cruz. In Mount Union, a very strong squad in the 400. Jared Storm is going to take to the blocks for them.
Buckle up, folks. We have a massive final on the line. Team trophies are going to be rearranged here. We will not call anything too soon.
A reminder that electric first heat, SUNY Geneseo wins it in 3:11.64. 3 teams going under the former championship record. 3:11.99 from Wisconsin lacrosse, 3:12.53 from Bethel, 3:14.68 from Wisconsin Oshkosh. It's a lot to live up to, but Mount Union is in this second section.
Yeah, they have 2 individual runners from that 400. Jared Storm, Matt McBride. They're going to look to help carry their team to some points. They're defending their national championship from outdoors. They want to repeat, I guess, in back-to-back championships. But don't count out any of these teams in this field.
On your marks.
They take their marks. We're underway in the final section of the final event of the 2023 Men's Indoor National Championships. 3:11.64 is the bar.
The new championship record. Not only will we crown a 4x4 champion, we will also crown a team champion here soon, as Jared Storm from Mount Union takes the lead here.
Loras really fighting for that second position, but is going to have to slot in third. We are spread out down the backstretch.
A trophy on the line here.
Tyler Gill looks to inherit the baton for the Mount Union squad. From John Carroll, it's going to be Garrett Clark. And from Nebraska Wesleyan, currently in second, Ben Christensen is going to take that baton. For the Loras squad, it's going to be Josh Smith.
Yeah, right now, Mount Union, Nebraska Wesleyan, Loras, and then John Carroll. What can Garrett Clark do for John Carroll? He has some work to do. They're currently in 5th, and they need points badly, but Mount Union continues to lead.
Tyler Gill looks really good here. He's going to take off on his second lap of his 400 with about a 2-meter lead.
Garrett Clark got John Carroll back into this relay. They are back in contention. Josh Smith looks to move Loras up into second, and Garrett Clark is going to go with him around Nebraska Wesleyan.
And here comes Mount Union to make that exchange for the third leg.
What a run from Loras and John Carroll. Garrett Clark from John Carroll got his team from 4th into 3rd and not too far behind second, as Mike Jasa, the 800-meter champion, has the stick for Loras.
Mike Jasa making up a lot of ground. He'll enter that home stretch looking to get up, or looking to get up on the shoulder.
Mount Union continues to lead. They have yet to relinquish the lead. What can Mike Jasa do? He's already a national champion. He knows what's at stake for his team. We talked to him earlier. He will do whatever it takes for his team, and that meant running this 4x4 for them.
Jasa riding that momentum from the 800-meter championship, took the lead on that turn, and he'll defend it. Heading into the home stretch, he'll look to hand off to his teammate, Matt Cruz.
The freshman.
The freshman. We're neck and neck into the final exchange.
Matt McBride versus Matt Cruz. Matt McBride has this experience from last year's outdoor meet, winning the national title. Matt Cruz knows what he needs to do for his team.
It's Loris, it's Mount Union, it's Nebraska Wesleyan, and John Carroll.
What more could you want here as Mount Union and Loris are neck and neck with the bell lap? Can McBride go on the outside?
They're fighting for the inside. They're neck and neck leading into that turn.
This is everything they have. A championship 4x4 on the line. Matt McBride doing it the hard way, but the tall freshman from Loris pulling him off. It's going to be Matt McBride from Mount Union.
Whoa! They're
But
neck and
it's
neck.
not enough. SUNY Geneseo wins the 4x4. SUNY Geneseo crowned national champions of the 4x4. Holy moly. 3:12.05 for Mount Union, but it's not enough. SUNY Geneseo will take home the national title in the 4x4.
And we had, between the two heats, 5 4x4 teams go under the previous championship record. SUNY Geneseo, your national champions in 3:11.64 from Heat 1. Then it's lacrosse, also from Heat 1 in 3:11.99. Mount Union, the winners of Section 2, they're going to finish 3rd overall in 3:12.05. Loris, that squad finishing 4th out of Section 2, 3:12.07, also under the previous championship record. Bethel is going to lock up the 5th spot, 3:12.53, also under the championship record. And it's Nebraska Wesleyan, John Carroll in that 8th spot, going to Wisconsin, Oshkosh. And we're going to catch our breath here while we do some back-of-the-napkin math on the team scores. As we do that, the women take to the track.
5 teams under that championship record. They scored it. It says done. Let's see if it goes to the scores. So on my napkin math, I have Wisconsin lacrosse with 43 points. I have MIT with 34.5. I have SUNY G going from 22 points in 6th, getting 10 points to move to 32 to be in 3rd. I have Loris getting 5 points to move into 4th with 31, and UW Oshkosh getting 1 point with 30 to finish 5th. So potentially 3 teams separated by only just 2 points.
We'll definitely keep you updated as that napkin math becomes official. A few minutes to go here until we start the last event overall. This is the last action we have remaining in what has been an action-packed 2 days here at the Crossplex in Birmingham, Alabama. A historic D3 Indoor National Championships. When you look back at the championship record books, you're going to see a lot of 2023.
Yeah, and these women are looking to do the same thing. The national record and the championship record are both 3:45. Wisconsin lacrosse currently leading the women's competition with 54.5. Wash U in 2nd with 48. Johns Hopkins in 3rd with 33. Loris in 4th with 32.5. Mount Union in 5th with 28. U Chicago with 27.
The women's 4x400 also broken up 2 sections, 2 evenly matched sections. In Section 1, we're going to have MIT. We're going to have Wisconsin Stevens Point, Rowan, Loris, and Rochester. Are we doing 5? Are we doing 5 in this heat? We are doing 5 in this heat.
So MIT, if you remember the chaos that happened yesterday, there was a little bit of a disruption on one of the exchanges. MIT got legitimately pushed to the ground on one of those exchanges, and they are reinstated. So yes, you will see 5 here in this first final. It only means 8 teams get points. You're All-American, but hey, you're reinstated. You get another shot at it.
Yeah, not an automatic All-American as the final usually is.
I'm not sure my blood pressure has come down since that men's 3K. We've had some exciting races. We've had 3 straight championship races. No, we've had like 5 championship records in the last 5 races.
As Stu catches his breath, I will let you know who's leading it off for these 5 teams in Section 1. Maddie Hahn from MIT is going to kick off that squad. Brooke Wellhausen is going to lead off for Wisconsin Stevens Point. Kathleen Pedersen from Rowan. Marion Edwards from Loris is going to get them underway. And from Rochester, it's going to be Madeline O'Connell.
SUNY Geneseo sweeping the men's relays here as I saw a little bit of high five going on, but now Loris has a chance to repeat as indoor champs and outdoor champs. Don't count out Loris here in that 4x4.
They take their marks as we get our final event underway.
Set.
And we are underway in the women's 4x400 meter relay. 5 teams on the track. MIT reinstated after a collision in the prelim, and we'll give you a better idea of how everyone is standing as we hit that far turn.
I expect MIT to run inspired here after, a tough day yesterday, but it's Rochester out in front of Loris. They are making things difficult for the rest of this field. They came in with a strong team. They won that Milrose Games 4x4, and they want to take it to the defending national champions.
That's O'Connell from Rochester tearing down the backstretch. She'll look to hand off to Kate Isaac, but Loris may have something to say about it. Marion Edwards is looking for Stevie Lamb on their second leg. They'll enter it neck and neck.
Wow, a great final 50 for Marion Edwards for Loris. But Rochester, a little bit of a tough handoff for Rochester, and now Loris takes the lead, but Rochester gets back right to it. Oh, they're going to go run around. Rochester wasting no time, goes straight to the front.
Kate Isaac with that inspired backstretch. She's got a meter lead coming in to finish this first lap, but Loris is not out of it. That's Stevie Lamb right on the shoulder. She'll look to take back the pole position. 1 lap to go on the second leg.
Stevie Lamb, a part of those 4x4 national championship teams, has the experience, has the wherewithal to know when to move. Will she go before the turn, or will she wait and slingshot after it? Isaac of Rochester continues to lead. What can Lamb do for Loris?
And we're going to come even into the handoff for Rochester. You're going to see Megan Bell, and it's going to be Harmon Creasy, the sophomore out of Loris.
Cressy out of Loris. A little tough handoff there. Matt Jones didn't really like it, but hey, they're still in contention here for the lead.
Cressy biding her time here.
Rochester not relinquishing much of the lead, going back and forth with Loris. They know what's at stake. They have Susan Bainsbach on the anchor, but Alyssa Fodenauer of Loris will get the baton as well.
It's going to be a battle on the anchor as Bell continues to maintain the lead. She's got about less than 100 meters to go. She's opened up a small gap over Cressy from Loris.
What can Cressy do? Can she get Fodenauer back in contention? Bainsbach is a contender. Fodenauer is an anchor. Let's see how we go in the final anchor legs of the women's Heat 1 4x4.
It's Bainsbach, it's Fodenauer, Rochester versus Loris. Fodenauer with a little bit of ground to make up. We know she can do it.
If you're Loris, you're feeling comfortable right now. Yes, it's a sizable lead, but Fodenauer has done this before. But however, Bainsbach wants to make things different this year. Rochester with a final lap with about a 3-4 meter lead over Loris, and it's extending. Susan Bainsbach.
Fodenauer is not done yet.
What can she do? 100 meters to go. It's Rochester, it's Loris.
And here comes Susan Bainsbach, but Fattenhauer is closing hard on the outside. It's going to come down to the wire. Can she hold her off? She can. Rochester takes Heat 1, Susan Bainsbach.
A D3 national record in the 4x4.
In a D3 national record.
D3 national record in the 4x4. Wow.
We weren't even watching the time. It was such a good battle.
And Loris ties the old championship record and national record, if our notes are correct. No, sorry, it is not. No, it is not a national record.
Championship record.
It is a championship record. I gotta check my lists here.
Man, props to Fattenhauer there. She really closed it down at the end, but just didn't quite have enough room. Susan Bainsbach, a great job holding off a strong Loris squad.
Yes, it is a national record according to the USTF CCCA lists. Wheaton Master in 3:45.01. There have been some faster times on a 300-meter track from Wartburg, but those do not count for a national record. So Rochester is the fastest 4x4 on a 200-meter track.
Top time as we head into section 2. There's going to be 4 teams, again, total of 9 after MIT was reinstated. Rochester takes Heat 1 in a championship record, national record, 3:44.84. Loris gave chase, 3:45.01. MIT finishing third in that section, 3:49.72. Strong squad out of Rowan finishes fourth in that section, 3:50.39, and fifth, Wisconsin Stevens Point, 3:55.96. But it'll take a section 2 to figure out exactly what's going on here. The final event of the 2023 National Championships is on the track. Those 4 teams making up section 2. Bethel, Kelsey Seelock is going to lead them off. Another strong Mount Union squad. You're going to see them led off by Kennedy Gibbons. Wash U having a great championship so far. Kylie Spytek is going to lead them off. And from Wisconsin Lacrosse is going to be Mara Schroeder.
Folks, the men's 4x4 lacrosse was DQ'd. That changes some team competition stuff. I'm assuming the coaches at lacrosse are going to protest it. We are back potentially in a protest, but now before that, let's go to the, it's officially in a protest. We will come back to that later. Now we focus on who will win the women's 4x4.
We love a good protest, Stu.
Baby.
What a championship it's been so far. And here we are, 1 mile away. The 1 mile relay will finish this off, a historic 2 days here at the Crossplex in Birmingham, Alabama. Thanks so much to the production team that has made this so compelling and everybody involved in this event. All quiet down here as section 2 of the 4x400 meter relay takes their start. And we're underway. That's the last time you're going to hear the gun this weekend.
And we'll see what Wash U can do. As mentioned, they are down by 6.5 points to Wisconsin Lacrosse. So the best bet is they need to separate themselves by 7 points.
And they'll slide into the pole position, running an inspired first lap. That's Spytek, who's going to hear the bell of her first 400 meters.
So they need a 7-point spread from Lacrosse. They do have the second place trophy locked up, as Hopkins does not have a 4x4 and Loris cannot score 15.5 points.
Sophie Fox steps onto the track and she'll await the baton from her teammate. Looks like she'll receive it in the lead.
A great handoff for Lacrosse and Wash U, but Bethel will move into second. Lacrosse in third.
That's Turek from Bethel. From Lacrosse, it's Coons.
Mount Union's in it, and guess who they're handing off to in the anchor? None other than Kennedy Waite. But Wash U, they know what they need to do.
That's Mary Mason from Mount Union with a little bit of work to do.
Wash U needs to win this, and then they need help from everyone else to push back La Crosse. La Crosse just needs to stay within 7 points of them.
Wash U continuing to look strong around this curve. Bethel giving chase. It's going to be Nicole Stewart from Wash U who's going to get the baton in the lead. La Crosse looks like they're going to hand off in second.
A great handoff from La Crosse, but Kennedy Waite has the stick for Mount Union, but La Crosse knows what's at stake.
Kennedy Waite flying. Looks like she'll move into second. Can she keep that momentum and go around Wash U to take the lead? She'll settle into second around that turn.
This is her 8th event of the weekend, and she's not slowing down just yet. Wash U has yet to give up the lead in this heat. They have tough competition as La Crosse tries to get around Mount Union.
Nicole Stewart still has that best position, but can she hold off a strong charge from La Crosse? She does around the turn. Let's see what happens on the back straight. It's La Crosse.
La Crosse, followed by Kennedy Waite, will move around Wash U as well. So Wash U now jumps back into third. This can solidify things for Wisconsin La Crosse as a team as it comes down to the anchor legs.
Morgan Jennings running an amazing third leg there. She hands out to the anchor. It's Emily Davidovich.
Davidovich, Madison Miles, Emma Kelly, 1, 2, 3 here for La Crosse, Mount Union, and Wash U. What can Maddie Kelly do, the 800-meter champ?
Davidovich is charging around the turn. She enters the straight for the penultimate time.
Sarah Stelmach of Bethel, though, getting things interesting for them as Maddie Kelly moves into second for Wash U.
Emma Kelly looking really good here, giving chase. Davidovich maybe tying up just a little bit.
Crazier things have happened here, but Wash U needs a lot to happen here for them to overtake Wisconsin La Crosse.
Speaking of overtaking, here comes Emma Kelly up on the shoulder. Does Davidovich have what it takes? No. Emma Kelly from Wash U enters the stretch for the last time. Second to last time.
But it won't be enough for a national title. Wash U takes the heat, but won't take a national title. Rochester remains as the champions. Loris finishes second. Wash U third. Wisconsin La Crosse fourth. As you see, Rochester with the win. Wow.
Wash U hard fought battle there. That team is embracing just a collective sigh of relief happening around the Crossplex here in Birmingham, Alabama. That was our final event, and the team scores are being calculated. I can hear the calculators just whirring in the background here.
And I apologize, it's Emma Kelly, not Maddie Kelly, for Wash U there.
What a race. The final few laps around the track here at the Crossplex. All the scores are in the books, but it's not official yet.
We'll let you know when it is, but we do have the men's 4x4 under protest, which affects a bunch of teams with the team points.
Stu, do you want to talk about the protest procedure? Like what exactly is happening?
Yeah, so there was a DQ from La Crosse. I'm trying to see if there's any notes in here. It's for all you rule book people, it's Rule 7-52B. So, not sure what that means. Don't have my rule book in front of me. However, La Crosse is protesting. Their goal is to get themselves back reinstated.
So what happens in a protest? Like, what exactly is going on behind the scenes right now?
So, in order to protest, you need to pay $50
Cash.
And if you win, you get that money back. If you don't, you lose the $50. So what they're doing now is they want to review what happened. They're challenging the call on the play. Sort of like football when you challenge a rule on the field, similar in track. They'll go back to the replay, they'll see what was called, and the officials will group together and make a decision if it was the right call or not. And if it is the right call, it will stand, and we have some chaos on the men's side in terms of trophy. Right now, lacrosse will win by a half a point. MIT will finish second by a half a point. Junior Geneseo and Loris will tie for third, and Wisconsin Oshkosh finishes fifth with 31. If the protest is overturned, lacrosse is back being stated. They'll get their 8 points from the team, and then from my hand scratch math, lacrosse will be with 43 points. MIT 34.5. SUNY G will be third outright with 32 points, and Loris will finish with 31, and Wisconsin Oshkosh will finish fifth with 30. So no matter what, we have basically SUNY Geneseo and Loris are deciding what is going to happen. Do they share the third place trophy, or does SUNY Geneseo walk away with third and Loris with fourth? But that's what's at stake here. Also, Wisconsin lacrosse's team is at stake. They want to be All-Americans for the 4x4.
And this could take a little while to sort out.
It could. Last year we saw a 90-minute protest, but that was a little bit crazier of a protest. As two teams got disqualified, there was a protest of the protest. Ended up being 90 minutes. Big ramifications, but last year's decided national champion. This is going to decide, are they sharing the third place trophy? So hopefully it is handled swiftly. The protest period ends in 2 minutes. So
I learned my lesson last year. I decided to book my flight out for tomorrow instead of the same day, because that protest almost made me miss my flight.
yeah, so we'll go over some crazy events. Apologies to the Wash U fans. We were calling Emma Kelly's name all day, mixed it up with Maddie Kelly. To the Kelly family, I apologize. Emma Kelly, I am sorry. But hey, it happened. We got it right most of the time. Maybe that last finish line stretch, I messed it up.
No, you only messed it up once, and then we were back on track.
Oh.
The Kellys, they're not mad at you.
Thank you, Kelly family.
Yeah, thank you for your understanding, Kelly family.
They're probably here, not even listening.
Okay, Stu.
Should we just go through some of these championship
Let's
records?
go through. We have some time. Let's go through some of these championship records. It was a lot.
Okay, so Loris ties the championship record. Rochester breaks the championship record on the women's 4x4. Technically, they have like the official record, but however, Warburg still owns the fastest ever 4x400 meter, given that they ran it on the 300-meter track. SUNY Geneseo, Mount Union, Loris, and Bethel all under the championship record. If Wisconsin lacrosse is reinstated, they'll be under that championship record as well. Fiona Smith and Maddie Kelly in the women's 3K under the championship record as well. 9 men in the men's 3K were under the championship record too. Kennedy Waite misses out on the championship record, but adds a fourth All-American performance to her day. Chuck Triori running a championship record and a D3 national record of 2072. Sam Blaskowski and Eric Gregory both under the championship record. The championship record coming in today was 21:27, and now it's down to 20:72. Women's 800 did not see a championship record, but we saw Emma Kelly and Aoife Dunn of WashU go 1-2. Mike Jasa set the 800-meter championship record, running 1:49.30. Grace Devaney won the 400-meter, did not set the championship record, but still a massive PR for her. Chuck Triori, the second man ever to break 47 seconds in 400. Annika Urban sets a championship record, running 4:43.17. Brian Wilson, Bennett Booth Genthy, Ezra Ruggles, and Aiden Canteen all set championship records. Brian Wilson running 4:02.62. Wow. We also saw a D3 national record in the women's triple jump from Victoria Deary. Absolutely insane. I'm sure the NCAA committee is thrilled about another protest period here. The D3 Indoor Championship.
As you were running us through there, the window closed, so hopefully we'll get ruling before too long.
Yeah, we'll see. So, and then the women's team scores. It's unofficial right now, but everything is scored. So here's the team. Wow, Mount Union. So here's the team scores for the women. Wisconsin lacrosse wins with 59.5. Wash U 54 in second. Loris third, 40.5. Johns Hopkins 33 points, and Mount Union 32 points. Very close for Mount Union. A heck of an effort for Kennedy Waite and the entire Mount team.
Yeah, Kennedy Waite, was she the busiest athlete? I think she probably was, right? 8 events?
With prelims and finals. There's arguments to be made about Victoria Kadiri.
Sure.
Triple jump,
yep.
long jump, and pentathlon. She won both long jump and triple jump. Grace Alley did a similar triple. On the guys' side, Ryan Wilson did just the mile and 3K. Mike Jasa, 800 4x4. Tor Hotong Davidson, DMR, 800. Wow, just an incredible weekend. Send us your thoughts. We're D3 Glory Days. We're a media
Conglomerate.
We have podcasts, we have articles, we have a social media following. Tweet us your thoughts at D3 Glory Days on Twitter. Let us know what your favorite event was. What were you surprised by? What was your favorite moment of the meet? We went through all of the incredible moments. It's hard to pick just one.
And you can critique our commentary there, too, if you want. You can tweet mean things at us or nice things.
Preferably nice.
Constructive criticism is accepted.
Maybe send an email if it's constructive criticism. We don't really want that out in the public.
Sure, you can email us at d3glorydays@gmail.com. If you have something mean to say, we'll keep it internal.
Yeah, that's our junk email. We won't give you our official email address.
Men's relay still under protest. We're going to step away until we have a decision. Actually, it looks like we may have a decision here. I'm going to toss it over to Stu.
Yep, looks like the official results are back in, and it looks like Wisconsin lacrosse will stay DQ'd. So that means the men's team situation is now solidified. Unfortunate for Wisconsin lacrosse, their men's 404 gets DQ'd. However, the silver line is that they win a national title. They will sweep the women's with the women as well. So the final results, the final team trophies for the men will be Wisconsin lacrosse with 35 points, MIT with 34.5, finishing in second place. San Geneseo and Loris will tie for third with 32 points. So the men's are officially done. The women protest period will close here in about 5 minutes, but we don't really anticipate anything happening on that end. So a final reminder for the women, Wisconsin lacrosse, the team champions with 59.5 points. WashU finishes runner-up with 54 points. Loris with 40.5, and Johns Hopkins finishes fourth with 33 points. It's been an incredible time here at the Birmingham Crossplex in Birmingham, Alabama. Thank you so much for staying with us here on these 2-day event. I don't want to put words into your mouth, but this was maybe the greatest D3 indoor championship of all time. It was an honor to call it with you, Noah. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, historic weekend here. Our pulses are sky high still as the arena collectively exhales. Such an honor to call these championships. We're looking forward to following these athletes over the outdoor season. A reminder that Stu and I are the co-hosts of a podcast, D3 Glory Days. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, on the web at d3glorydays.com. Thanks to our photographers who have been keeping the socials chock full of amazing content. Thanks to our production team here who has brought this event to you. Thanks to Emily Richards and Maddie Bayer who have been online keeping this going. Also, Chris Gutierrez has been on Twitter updating everything. So shout out to our entire team. Shout out to our production team here. It's been an honor. The awards are getting underway, and we're going to step aside. Thanks so much for joining us from the Crossplex in Birmingham, Alabama, signing off for the last time from the NCAA Men's and Women's Indoor National Championships.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the presentation of the awards in the women's 4x4. There they're standing ready for those photo opportunities. In 8th place, that's Rowan. They go 3:50.39. Kathleen Pedersen, Jasmine Broadway, Molly Lodge, and Nevaeh Lorgesti. In 7th, from Bethel, Minnesota, they go 3:49.76. Kelsey Seelock, Michaela Turek, Haley Gregg, Sarah Stelmach. Finishing in 6th, MIT. Maddie Hahn, Shreya Kalyan, Marina Miller, and Julia Howarth. For Mount Union, they finished 5th, going 3:48.30. Kennedy Gibbons, Mary Mason, Kennedy Waite, and Madison Mile. The 4th place 4x4 team from Wisconsin Lacrosse, Mara Schroeder, Melanie Coons, Morgan Jennings, anchored by Emily Dawadowicz. 3rd place team in the women's 4x4. Washington University of St. Louis, Kylie Spytek, Sophie Fox, Nicole Stewart, and Emma Kelly. Their 2023 NCAA runner-up team in the women's 4x4, the Dewhawks of Loris, Marion Edwards, Stevie Lamb, Harmony Creasy, and Alyssa Fattendauer. Fattendauer's anchor there, the sophomore. Your 2023 NCAA champions in the women's 4x4, a 3:44.84 meet record. Rochester, Madeline O'Connell, Kate Isaac, Megan Bell, and Susan Bonsbach. Wisconsin Eau Claire, Gustavus Adolphus, and Middlebury, you've got shot puts that need to be picked up. They need to be picked up very soon. They cost a lot of money. Please send someone for them. Thank you. Once again, those top 4 teams, if you'll assemble your team areas for the men, that's lacrosse, MIT, Geneseo, and Loras. For the women, lacrosse, Washington, Loras, and Johns Hopkins. We'll stage you, get you set up, and give you proper adulation. Team awards presentation coming up. And there for the awards presentation, the men's 4x4. In 7th place, they went 3:14.68. Wisconsin Oshkosh, Rashad Henderson, Ryan Potter, London Little, and Devin Williams. In 6th place, 3:13.33. That's John Carroll, Mick Doyle, Garrett Clark, Tyler Gast, and Bashir Al-Ramahi. In 5th place, their time 3:13.28, Nebraska Wesleyan, Kyle Dickinson, Ben Christensen, Gabe Anderson, and Garrett Leonard. 4th goes to Bethel from Minnesota. They broke the old meet record 3:12.53. Their finishing time, Joel Smith, Grant Nelson, Josh Sampson, and Jacob Parent. Finishing in 3rd, the Dewhawks of Loras, 3:12.07. Ted Cruz, Josh Smith, Mike Jaza, and Matt Cruz. Your 2023 NCAA 4x4 team run or 4x4 runners up. They also broke the old meet record 3:12.05. Jared Storm, Tyler Gill, Justin Knock, and Matt McBride, Mount Union. And your 2023 NCAA Indoor Champions in the 4x4, Lance Jensen, Jason Rapazzo, Kieran Sheridan, and Jacob Miller, a 3:11.64 new meet record, State University of New York, Geneseo. A lot of talent there on that awards dais. Great photo opportunity. track fans and athletes, it is our pleasure to begin the award ceremony for the 2023 NCAA Division III Women's and Men's Indoor Track and Field Championship. First, congratulations to all the teams on their outstanding achievements. Thanks to our hosts, the City of Birmingham and Birmingham Southern University. Their partnership, commitment, and success in hosting this national championships have made it a great success. A big thank you on behalf of the NCAA. That being said, let's go to the men's top 4 teams. A tie for third place. They finished with 32 points overall. That's the night of State University of New York, Geneseo. So SUNY Geneseo stepping up to the awards podium to be cited. Congratulations. Also finishing in third, the same number of points, 32, the Duhawks of Loras. Congratulations to Geneseo. And now Loras will step up. Both teams finished deadlocked with 32 points apiece. Now, your NCAA Division III Men's Indoor National Runner-Up Team, the Engineers of MIT, 34 1/2 points. And congratulations now to our NCAA champions, the 2023 Division III Indoor Champions. 1/2 of 1 point the separation, 35 points even. The Eagles of the University of Wisconsin La Crosse. Now to the awards presentation in the women's championship, the top 4 teams. Finishing in 4th with 33 points, the Blue Jays of Johns Hopkins. Finishing in third place, 40.5 points, the Duhawks of Loras. And now, your 2023 NCAA Division III Women's Team Runners-Up, the Bears of Washington University of St. Louis. And it came down to that 4x4 relay to confirm our 2023 NCAA Division III National Women's Indoor Team Champions, the University of Wisconsin Lacrosse Eagles. 59.5 points, their winning score.